Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
Why hello there.
Oh, hey there. Wanna see some cool shit? Well, you're probably in the wrong place. You wanna see a guy be a dumbass for several hours. We get you.
I sure hope my microphone isn't fucked up. He says possibly hilariously ironically if his microphone is fucked up. Hello, everybody. Seems fine? Okay, good. I've been fucking with some stuff, and the inevitable end result of me touching anything is that everything's broken. It's all back how it was, because I can't do cool stuff yet. But Director Scar, Obvious Clone, Doorknob 60, Frebdekaka, Trenches, Stammery, Darkheart, 975, Burrito, and GM for life. Starting us off with the cannonade. I got what hopefully will be a pretty sizable stream audio quality improvement. That is to say, I have a home mixer now, but it's not hooked up yet because it needs way more cables than I thought. Why is there a knife on my desk? I thought, like, this is a danger to myself.
Welcome, Squidling.
Only at a 3-head level.
Pool.
While I was planning for that thing.
Hat up.
I'm pretty sure the knife is actually from this thing I'm talking about right now. I think the knife was from opening the packaging of the mixer. Was probably what this knife was from. I'm pretty sure I used it to cut all the tape on this box. Well, Asakna. Boy, it sure is a good time to get into the cool guy penthouse right about now. It's not a good day to be elsewhere in the pool. It's safe in here. Outside, however, you know, shit happens. But hey, 48 months. 4 years, hold on, or 3 years, 4 years. Yeah, hold on. Hold on, let me root around in here. That's not even just a 4-year sub. That's not even just a penthouse. That's a tier 3. Tier 3, 4-year, 48-month. That's the fucking pentacular hentrosity. Welcome on in, my friend. You with the shiniest squidling. Hopefully everything's to your liking. I'm gonna go, figure out where I'm supposed to put this knife. You just go ahead and settle in and no further questions. We get the music back. Come back, music. I need you. I was trying to juggle hats. Get back on the hat stand. I have a hat stand now. They're not all on a heap on the ground. Only like half of them are on a heap on the ground. Anyway, we've already celebrated this. Feel free to ignore. Oh, Twitch, give me the coveted double button, Ponticon. Oh, right. Bratwurst, there's no room in that house. Bratwurst, there's... Hold on. Little hangy hammock thing we just put in there. He doesn't know.
Stop right there, criminal scum! Welcome, Squidling, to the Squiddy Pool.
No room, you say? That's your opinion. Your opinion is that there isn't room for a fourth rat. I'll fucking show you how much room there isn't. Marshmallow on the bottom. You look, help me. He was so comfy. He was so comfortable down there. Oh no. Marshmallow, I'm so sorry. Oh man, the Sentient playlist. Sentient playlist is on fucking point today. We haven't even started yet. Just properly capturing rat sadness. Oh my god. I see Asakna has dunked Gitz himself 47 months. Ponticon 64 months in the pool. You were the shiniest, Squidlings. Thank you, Asakna, for that gift. Ponticon for the prime. I know you said you'd done it already, but I'm gonna give you a tentacle anyway. So, boy fucking howdy, is there a lot going on. This is just a knife. This is dangerous. This can't be here. Because, like, this shelf is where the things I play with sit. It's where, like, the bag clips. It's where the bag clip... Yeah, there's definitely, like, tape scuzz on this blade. I definitely use this to open a box. That's where, like, the fidget cube... The fidget cube lives there. The bag clips live there if Bryn hasn't taken them from me, and there's just a knife. Like, they can't be on the table of stuff that I play with while I'm streaming. So, a fidget knife. It's gonna become a fidget knife if I don't go put it in the kitchen. So, I'm gonna be right back. Give me a second. I'm gonna remove this. All 4 rats are in there. That is a quadro rat establishment right there. Okay. Knife removed. Have no fear. Marshmallow becoming less comfy. Oh my god. Did you ever have one of those... You ever have one of those days where you kind of question your own intelligence? You sit down to start stream and you're like, why is there a knife here? Why do my feet feel weird? What is wrong with my feet? My feet are so uncomfortable. I have my slippers on. These are like my... What's the word? For the, like, ergonomic supporty slippers. They use for ring fitting. Go over there. What do I have you on? Why? Now my feet are free. It's not that they're... Car accidents going on strong today. It's not that the slippers are uncomfortable. It's that when I'm sitting in this chair, it's got, like, you know, the traditional office chair, 5-pointed wheelie base. And just as my hands are constantly occupied playing with stupid shit during Final Fantasy cutscenes, because I can't just sit here because I'm a child, my feet are also, like, I'd stick my toes under the legs of my chair and, like, in the wheels and stuff, and I can't do that if I have a slipper on. But it's not like I try to do it and I'm like, oh no, there's a slipper. It's like the part of my brain that engages doesn't engage, so I just sit here ergonomically. And I'm like, I hate this. It's wrong, but I can't identify why actively. Just something's fucky somewhere. Why is this knife here? Who put my shoes on my feet? What day is it? Oh, as I was saying, boy howdy, we have a lot of shit going on in the twitch.tv/Squiddish community this week, which is not a great time for that, perhaps, seeing as I'm finding mystery knives and uncovering the secret of why do I have slippers on. You know, it's not a great moment of shining Squiddish intelligence. But there's a lot of shit happening. We just unlocked Priff. So we got big dick RuneScape energy to be attending to for sure. And then we have Age of Strife tonight. We have the other Pathfinder show over on the Real Gobshites on Jared's channel. We have Group Idiot Man tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, unless I can't do math. I'm pretty sure we didn't do it last week. So I'm pretty sure we have Group Idiot Man tomorrow. And then obviously we have Endwalker on Friday. That's a lot of things. And then expand that scope just a little bit. We're just about to finish our Age of Ashes Paizo adventure. I'm getting ready to start a new Pathfinder campaign on this channel. I'm getting ready to start a new Pathfinder campaign on that channel. There's a lot of shit going on. Like, a lot. Also, I gotta set this mixer up when I get all the cables for it, which were supposed to arrive today, and might still do that, but haven't yet. And then I have to try and wrap my incredibly smooth brain around another mixer. And this time it's weird, because I have two computers that it has to interact with. And it's going to be extremely front-loaded, all of the challenge of this. That's kind of the point. It's going to be exceptionally difficult to set up. But once I get it working, it's going to be fucking great. Hopefully...
It's raining hats. Hallelujah.
Hopefully...
Hats. Amen. I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself
Hats.
get...
Isn't where I was
Absolutely.
going, but I mean, it's always there.
Don't.
It's raining
hats.
hats. Opal Viper
Hallelujah.
33!
It's raining hats.
What's up, buddy? How you
Every kind
doing?
of
That's a
hat.
fucking lot of hats.
Red.
Jojo
Purple.
HMD, The Nerd 100,
Yellow.
Dubs Up,
Blue.
Urgent Sandwich, LGT
Eureka
Pierce,
and
Wild Zone
Kraken
Gaming, Corin Knight, Shazper, Mistress John, Jaded
It's raining
Tempest.
hats.
Got Mistress
Hallelujah.
John there. That's a
It's
fucking,
raining
that's a
hats.
high value hat, right? That's a super
Amen.
high value hat in the carpet bombing.
I'm gonna go out. I'm gonna let myself
Thank you.
get... Absolutely.
Tens a lot.
Fucking don't.
Brian,
It's raining hats.
thank you.
Hallelujah.
It's so nice. Okay. So. Where was Brain? She also stole my credit card to buy Endwalker earlier today. I'm about as ready as I'm going to get for Endwalker, I think. The problem is it's coming in the middle of pivoting two separate Pathfinder campaigns, which is a huge amount of work that I'm not doing because I'm just playing Final Fantasy trying to get everything ready for Endwalker. I just have to stop doing that. I can just put it down for the rest of the week, probably. Because I got my, I can do it. I have the main story finished. I'm geared enough. It's fine. I have literally all of my crafters to 80. I have mining and botany to 80. They've all got the white script gear, which I'm sure is fine enough to function in Endwalker. Everything, I am sure, is good enough. I don't need to push it any further. And I had a thought that was spawned out of me forgetting to do something that I'm supposed to do, because, you know, it's Tuesday, so all the weekly shit is coming around. Which means that custom deliveries reset, and I just totally forgot to do them. Which is great, because I shouldn't. I should wait until Endwalker comes out, and then do all the custom deliveries, and immediately get boosted on pick one class. Probably Blacksmith. Just get Blacksmith fucking boosted, so that it can make the tools for everything else, and also weapons. I almost got Machinist to 80. Machinist is 77. And then I was like, why are half of the buttons on my action bar grayed out? And I realized it's because I leveled Machinist almost exclusively through, like, Duty Finder and Palace and had done basically none of the class quest. So I was kind of catching up on that. Progress. Slowly. Progress. Slowly. Slowly. And nothing in this world epitomizes progress slowly more than fucking RuneScape. This is the slowest shit on the planet. There is no progress that is slower than this. This is the absolute minimum progress speed. This is like this game is like a social experiment to see just how unrewarding, unengaging, mindless, pointless, unchanging, bland, menial, and insignificant progression and rewards can possibly be, and still engage the monkey neuron that go, haha, number get bigger. And I think this has scientifically formulated as low as that formula can possibly go, and still engage the monkey neuron. Because boy fucking howdy, the monkey neuron's engaged. I'm gonna tell you, like real talk, like, re-unlocking Prif, re-unlocking this shit over here has revitalized. It is so gratuitously revitalized my desire to play RuneScape. Like, actually accomplishing anything. Any semblance of actual progress. If you missed it last week... I can't do the alphabet. We're here. My drink is not much further away because my mixer is where my drink used to be. My drink is further away than that. We got here. Our log is looking pretty green. Look at that shit. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that shit. That's some pretty good shit. That's some pretty good shit. Hello, madam. I like how the only option as soon as we get in here is to start murdering the guards immediately, which is really just, she looks so angry. It's like she knows. She knows the only option I have to interact with her is to start punching her in the face. She 100% knows. So, we have a big fucking city. With just so much stuff in it. What I think we should definitely do, like definitely do, is, you know, do at least a lap. Walk around Prif Didinias. Oh, I can charter a ship directly here now. And see what all is available, like what all is up in the neighborhood that we could be doing. Because we know the high points. Obviously, we did Gauntlet. We Zalcanoed. Konar is also super proud of us, by the way. We'll start at this bank, and then we'll just do like a clockwise circle around Prif and look at all of the stuff that there is. Man, right-clicking on that guy. Oh, so many options for crime. I can't do crime yet. And then I went back to Konar. And Konar said, good job. I'm fucking proud of you. Go hit that shit up. She gave me a new monster in Prif. Konar's proud of us. Konar's happy for us, chat. Konar's just glad we finally got here. 100,000 years later. Okay. So what do we got? There is a bank that is immediately adjacent to the closest thing to direct heresy that you can commit in RuneScape, and that is a furnace and an anvil that are adjacent to each other. Look at this. Look at this shit. This is fucking illegal. Why is it only the elves have realized that if you put a furnace next to an anvil, it's some degree of convenient? Nobody really got that one. Nobody put that one together. But, you know, here they are. Doing it. Absolute lads. Is there anything cool in your general store? You have definitely some stuff that your regular general store doesn't have. Unfortunately, I don't know why I'd ever buy empty vial packs when I could buy filled vial packs. But you have jugs and buckets and papyrus. Okay, you got a little bit of extra stuff. What's going on, Walter? Not be just a store man. Glorfindel. I can't mug these people on account of my fucking crime level isn't high enough. You are where I got my rune pick in Trailblazer League. I do remember that. I remember that you were the first access to actual Chatitude. Oh, there's another bowl. Is this the same thing? Looks the same. If it's different, I'm gonna level with you. I don't know how it's different. It definitely looks like it's the same thing. Oh, there's a crystal halberd. That's where we can do that. Also, I can use the crystal bow now. Now that I can actually get here and, you know, repair things and create things, I don't have to swear off of using the crystal bow ever in my life because it's basically impossible to recharge. I can use it. I see there's all these tools, and I see all of them require the dragon equivalent and a crystal tool seed, which I'm gonna extrapolate. I'm gonna hit you with some logic. You can tell that Prif is a newer area in the game because the shit generally makes sense. I'm gonna guess these come from Zalcano. Like these come from Gauntlet. I'm not sure. I never saw a Crystal Tool Seed in Trailblazer. I did kill a decent amount of Zalcano in Trailblazer, but I didn't do that much. I did way more Gauntlet. I didn't do that much Zalcano. That would be my guess. It seems like it's a very self-sufficient little zone, which is kind of interesting in RuneScape, because that's not usually how stuff works in this game. But it seems like pretty much everything that you can get and do in Prif comes from Prif directly. I want this motherfucker's Eternal Teleport Crystal. I have one of these in Trailblazer too. I have one of these in Trailblazer too. It was fucking nice. It slapped. I'd be inclined to believe your knowledge of it was not RuneScape. Well, here's the thing. It can be RuneScape, but while it's RuneScape, it's also a specific area of RuneScape. Hello, sir. Hi. Okay, good talk. We brought all of the, these just take you to the top, question mark? What's the bell? What's the bell do? It dings. That's, maybe I can ring this. Well, I'm here to tell you you can. You can ring it. That's a thing that you can do. make this clan chat thing a little smaller. It don't need to be as big as it is. I'm going to sit you right there. I just looked over and I was like, wow, that's really large for no reason. I fix. Well, you know, you gotta put that one in the I don't know what I expected pile. When you ring the bell, it rings. So I'm guessing most of the people that you can pickpocket are just nobodies. Oh, she's a nice nobody. But yeah, nobody. So okay, if they have a pickpocket option, they're just filler NPCs. How about you, Grandma? Hey, what's up? Oh, good to see you, Cassandra. You're very brave to come see me. That's a little suspicious. Most of the elves here give me a wide berth. They seem to find me intimidating. How ironic that an old woman is more of a threat to them than the entire Isleworth clan. Well, you are wearing, like, Runite power armor? I don't know if this is still... Oh, it is still that. Yeah, it's like you can... It's the brace that's around her. You are wearing functionally power armor from Fallout, so that's... You know, concerning. Oh, I'm the oldest elf still alive. You can thank this exoskeleton for that. One of our finer inventions. You seen any cool shit in your time, old lady? Probably an anagram clue. Yeah, but not the time to tell them. They have plenty of books in the Grand Library if you want stories. The portal and Tower of Voices, it'll take you there. I'd personally recommend the one about Zolcano. A fun tale about how we imprisoned a bitch beneath the city forever. She's still here, in fact, feel free to go poke her. There's a great story about how we took this immortal soul and we put her in jail forever. There, she's still down there. You can go bother her if you want. It's a nice little tourist attraction. Sir Fat Nuts. We have a fucked up demon petting zoo. Which is this? Fucked up demon petting zoo. Where's the fucked up demon? Where's the fucked up demon? I like how she's still in there, just kind of like throwing a temper tantrum. Like, I don't think anybody's fighting her. I think she's just having a good time. Unless someone's like over there soloing it or something. I think she's just throwing a fucking fit. She's just upset. Okay, so you got pickpocket, I'm ignoring you. Then we have this big dungeon that I have to go into. There's stuff in this dungeon I have to do. Just mechanicsing. So you can kind of look and see what she's... Oh, no, this is the mine. Right, this is the mine. Which is fucking dope. It's pretty close to a bank, too, which is super nice. I don't feel like it's super close. It's like over there. I guess the upsides you get crystal shards. Because I don't know that if I wanted to hypothetically mine a bunch of iron to make steel, that it's better to do it here than the mining guild. Because the only upside this has over the mining guild is you don't have to fist fight some dude for that spot. That's like right next to the fucking bank deposit thingy. It's not super close. But the wet clay rocks are definitely banging for sure. Alright, weapon store. What do you have that I don't have to ever worry about in clue scrolls again? Alright, you sell rune scimitars. Surprisingly small selection here, but it means I don't need to hold on to a rune scimitar anymore on the off chance that it shows up in a clue, because I can just... I mean, I guess... No, you couldn't just buy it. Could I buy it from the Monkey Island? I can't remember if they had rune scimitars on the Monkey Island or not. Obviously, they had the dragon scimitar. Yeah, you don't have anything that I couldn't get before. This is actually just the Champions Guild starter pack. She doesn't even have the rune plate body. What the fuck? I think at this point, perhaps at this level of video, why are you here? Did we just let... Did we seriously just let Isleworth both come back and also continue ruling a clan? Are you serious? No, that's not. No, that's the defector guy. That's the nerd. I was like, there's no way. There is no way we just let that motherfucker come back. No, this is the defector nerd. Okay, I guess he took over the clan then. Okay, neat. This dude's the Lord Eoworth now. I guess it is quite literally a title. Greetings, Cassandra Lee. Hey, Yeston, you're the new Lord Eoworth. Indeed. Apart from Morvin, I am the closest living relative of the previous Lord Eoworth. Morvin didn't want to do it? No. Probably for the best, though. It was very close to my predecessor. Would have made many uncomfortable had he taken on the role. So how's Priv been? I've been, mining and doing other pointless shit. Well, the others still hold a lot of mistrust for our clan. It will take a long time for those rifts to be repaired. We're on the right path, though. Good. Best of luck, Chief. New guy. As the echoes the trademark on Rune Play Buddies. Yeah, he's, I imagine, the Walt Disney of this universe. He is never letting that shit expire. And this is the dungeon, right? Yeah. Oh, it's Marvin. Hey, buddy. Look who it is. Hero Priff. Are you being shitty with me? I'm being shitty with you. Well, fuck you. You? This is the guy. This was the boss fight immediately before the fragment. This is the one you fight at the end of the, Underground Pass war. Yeah, you're lucky that A, I cinematically didn't murder you, and B, your own people decided not to regular murder you via law. You seem a bit upset by that. I served Lord Eoworth because I didn't have a choice. The other elves realized that, hence the part. There's always a choice. You're a piece of shit. Is there? I had a choice. I didn't do this shit. Now you're a mercenary. You're the protagonist. You do whatever has the best quest rewards. Not everyone's so privileged. I'm thinking of Esselt. This is someone else. I don't know who this is then. You're right, I'm thinking of Esselt. I was born into the Eoworth clan. Lord Eoworth was my uncle. Think I'd have said what my life would be? Think any of us did? We served Lord Eoworth because he was our leader. We not have agreed with all that he did, but that didn't matter. He was in charge, and we were not. Had I been born into the Katarn clan, I'd be considered a hero right now. But I wasn't, so instead I'm the villain. Wow. Okay. Curse you, fates! I would have been the protagonist had I simply sided with the good guys instead of siding with the bad guys. Yeston served Lord Eoworth, and he switched sides, and now he's Lord Eoworth, you stupid idiot. He did. Yeston was brave, I respect that. His bravery has rewarded him with leadership over our clan. Bravery comes easy when you have nothing to lose. I can say I'm not going to change your mind, that's fine. I don't need to. That said, you do well to remember the actions of Lord Eoworth should not be used to judge our entire clan. Karask. What was that, Karasks? I gotta go to the Karask hole. Literally one level off of using this, by the way. If I won, I'd be the good guy. That is how history works. I love that in the elf Slayer dungeon, there's just dudes. This is their version of execution, is they just put them in the Slayer dungeon for the adventurers to come massacre. Well, this is my Slayer task right now, so we can go back to this later. It's a new monster. See if we get any cool stuff out of him. Yeah, imagine defecting like the literal leader of your clan. You fucking cum goblin. How neat. You can just buy all of that's actually extremely convenient. Look at this little house. Look at this, just open pots of paint all over the fucking floor. What are you, crazy? Ma'am? You look like you could use a little color in your life. If I take one wrong step in here, it's gonna be color all over all of our lives. Flink would have a field day. Flink would look like a fucking pride parade if he went through this building. This is unsafe as shit. Lunid is here now, which means it's really easy to recharge my crystals when I need to. I did spend probably 10 minutes running around. I figured she had to be in here somewhere. I spent like 10 minutes running around trying to fucking find her. I teleported back here one too many times. There's an estate, man. There's an estate elf. Oh, I can live here now. Okay. Okay. So, the problem is that the Hesidius house is just objectively the correct house. It's not like it's hard to switch back, but it's next to the Hesidius farming patch. Is there like, there's not a Hesidius teleport, right? There's not some alternative way I could do this. There's this, I guess. There's the, oh, there's actually a Zarek Talisman teleport here. Right. I thought there was another one. I guess I could just use Zarek Talisman to go here. But that's a limited resource. That's a limited resource. Before I have to go bukkake a shitzillion lizard men and steal their teeth. You know, the average lizard man has way less teeth than you would expect. It's a shocking fact, really. It's significantly less than one. So I guess it's not hard. I guess it's closer, too. It is actually literally just better than this. It's closer to the farming patch. It's closer to all of the Mahogany Homes contracts, except this bitch, which is barely further from. How limited compared to Priv teleports? Priv teleports are infinity off of the seed. I just have to recharge it every 3 uses. Every 3 uses, I have to take it to Ilunid, who is just right here, and give her like $50, and she'll recharge it. Where is the house teleport here? Oh, it's like right north of here. We could straight up move here. We could literally live in Priv and just never leave ever again. Hey there, Cassandra. What's up? You are Lady Ithel now, that's right. Because the previous Lady Ithel... Hold on, I know this one. Dead, question mark? Is this the one we were looking for, like, the last living relative? God, there were so many of these motherfuckers in that quest. Is this the one we were looking for there, like, there was maybe a living Ithel left, but they weren't sure? And we found this bitch? Or was this the one where it was Illidan on an island in the swamp? And she just wants to live on the island of the swamp and brood and not be the ruler anymore. I don't think that was this. This was the construction check. This was the statue. Anyway, you're apparently new Lady Ithel now. It's a daunting job, but I have the knowledge of my predecessor to help me. Still crazy how fast it all happened. One moment I was a daydreaming elf who'd never seen Pathena. Now I'm responsible for an entire elf clan. Well, you're probably doing fine. Thank you, Cassandra. I believe in you. Do good. I appreciate the little dialogue bits with everybody. I might be like the second person in the history of RuneScape to read any of this dialogue. Alright, you have the crown that's $250 million. I remember that. I remember this from Trailblazer. Like, you have the 27 octogentillion crown. And then you have fancy rocks. You can get a Burger King hat for a $250 bill. This is not Final Fantasy 14. I cannot right-click try on. That's not a thing. This was the place that as soon as we got to Prif and Trailblazer League, we unlocked it, we came here, and I fell in love with this shit and just bought an entire outfit and went native immediately. It's actually pretty banging fashionscape pieces, all things considered. Okay, other singing bowl. You are all pickpocket fodder. You are Ilfine. Remind me who you are? Hey. You're the one who enchants seeds, right? Wait, hold on. Wait, I have a question. Hold on. While I'm here, I have a question. Well, ask away, I suppose. You remember Oak Knock? He was a gnome inventor. Of course, how is the young gnome? I rather liked him. He was very loud, but he had a good soul. I was very interested in elven magic. That's why we got the crystal saw. Was from fuck with his machine. Well, I think he died literally forever ago. You are an elf. Your lifespan is not comparable to everybody else. He must have visited you a couple of 100 years ago, probably. I keep forgetting 100 years is a long time for you people. He was very interested in illusion magic and how to prevent it. I gave him some advice and a few bits of equipment to help him. Yeah, that was the machine that revealed all the weird spiders. You give him a seed? Of course. It grew into a saw. I hope you found it useful. I think you did. Thanks, Sophie. See you later. And now it's my saw. It's called plot development. Now saws belong to me. Cool. Lore. Oh, there was a backside door here. It didn't look. I couldn't see under the icon. Okay, we have a loom. We have a spinning wheel. We have... What the fuck? A place where you can sell fur you get hunting, question mark, and you can acquire silk via legitimate means. You can get silk without even stealing it. You can buy it for money. Or clothing. Oh, she does the same thing as the guy in Varrock. Okay. When does that ever stop? The magic store. Okay, nope, just staff. Yeah, it's amazing, really. You get all the way to Prathena, the crystal elven city at the end of the world, and it still sells regular fucking staves and this thing that I cannot figure out why it exists. Exceptional staves. It says so at the top of the store. It's an exceptional staff. I don't know about that one, Chief. It's a staff. I'll give you a staff. Bunch of magical trees. Lord Giant Chad. Good day, Cassandra. We come to hear the song of the elves. Huh? Do you not hear it? The sounds of a city in harmony. Song of the elves. Story of our people. The last few verses were dark and quiet, but now our city is restored. We find ourselves singing a new verse. One of joy and light. Huh. You're not really taking the time to think about that at all. You're more of a fighter. You have a song for that too. If you wish to sing it, head to the gauntlet and put yourself to the test. Maybe I will, Amlad. Maybe I just fucking will. Now, Gauntlet, I snorted like fucking coke in Trailblazer League. And I realized I could be mistaken. But I'm pretty sure I am fully aware of all of the things that come out of Gauntlet from Trailblazer League. Because I think the one that would have been cool would be like the Blade of Seldor. But there might be more. There might be more than just... There's the bow, too. So there's at least... But you can see that in the singing table. So, like... It might... I shouldn't assume it doesn't have more cool things. But I came back here. And I actually just immediately went back to slamming my face into this shit. So, like, I've done this. I've done, like, 10 of them. It's coming back to me slowly. Not quickly, but it is coming back to me. I've been doing that some off-stream because I need some degree of content that I can do off-stream that I can just sit and grind. And currently it's Barrows and Gauntlet are the two that I'm allowing myself to do off-stream. I have not touched Corrupted Gauntlet yet. When I start trying to do that level of fuckery, that's something I probably want to do on stream. What do you have, sir? You are the guy we trade in extras to, and you just give us a handful of crystal shards. You're that guy. Toads? Oh, I don't even consider Toad like a boss. I would absolutely do Winter and Water Toad off stream. That's not even a thought in my fucking mind. Especially because I can forestall the rewards, and the rewards are the part that I don't want to have super cool stuff pop up off stream. Especially new things. But I just stack up the crates or the pool at Water Toad and just let it be a heap. Hello there, friend. Adventurer. What do you do? A trader of sorts, but only those who don't ask too many questions. Cool, what do you offer? Yeah, shards for seeds. Do you have a cool drink? Hold on, let me get money. Gotta see if there's a useful boost. You get to a new tavern, you gotta check them, see if they got a useful boost. Gather the intel. I'm gonna grab all of my money and then go over here and see what's going on. Here's $2 million. Give me something a bit fruity, question mark? Cider, lame. Something to eat. A stew, okay. Lame. Local specialty? Elven Dawn. I don't remember if I checked this in Trailblazer. I don't know if that was before I learned that the various drinks have a wide array of boosts that could be valuable. Agility. That's not what happens when you get drunk. That's not what happens when you get drunk. I'm here to tell you, alcohol is not gonna make me more agile. Inaccurate. No fucking way. Gecko, by the way. Hey, what's up? What? Did something happen to your old account? But thanks. We made it. Alcoholic coffee. You fall and you miss the fucking ground. Yeah, here's... Okay, never mind. Yeah, Illidan is still here. Saren be with you, friend. Hey, what's up? How's things? At long last, we are back in our city. Our home. Here, in the light of Saren, we can properly continue our path to enlightenment. How do you do that? We cleanse our minds.
Stop right there,
prayer,
criminal scum!
hone our bodies through agility. You can join us if you like. Feel free to reflect at our altar. Take the roofs on our agility course. I should try their agility course. I want to see if it's worth anything. Or if it's doable, like, at all. Welcome back to the pool, Gecko. New hat for the new account. You were the shiniest one. Twitch Spur doesn't exist. Oof. Unfortunately, not the first with such a tale. And it is truly fucking unfortunate. It's tough. It's fucking tough. Alright, this is the agility course, right? Portal. Why are you rune lighted? I thought I turned off rune light highlighting every possible thing pertaining to agility. Okay, that's not a jump that you can... I thought we were gonna jump to the other roof. I was about to throw a fucking fit. Alright, this is actually kind of a neat course. I'll have to see what the XP is like on this one versus the Polnivniak. Oh, I gotta cross this bridge. I guess what I could do is I could do this for one level. Because then at one level, I mean, I could technically start agility putting the next course right now. But at one level, I won't have to take another potion every single time that it ticks down. I correctly remembering Squid doesn't use XP for hour trackers. I'm not opposed to XP and hour trackers. I've looked at these before. I'm not opposed to those. That's the whole course. Okay, I kind of thought it was longer than that. Okay, but first of all, why... Highlight portals is a separate thing. Okay, highlight portals is a separate thing. Get that shit out of here. Rune light. You dick. Somewhere it's a time trial. Ow! My shindolins. My leg bones. And before that doesn't restart your lap timer. But no, I would definitely... It's kind of what... That's the thing I was worried about, is I think this was 75, so I just barely have the agility to do it. So it's probably going to be absolute hell to try to actually do this course realistically. Because I'll bet my failure rate is insane. And it's just fucking crazy that I got as far as I did. But anyway, at one more agility level, I think I could reasonably start using agility potions to do the next rooftop course. And then we can just hope that the next rooftop course sucks less than Pulnit Beach. Because I just don't like the Pulnit Beach course. I just don't. Have we conquered Zora yet? Fuck no. I need many levels before that happens. Many levels are significantly better gear. That's not even on, like, the remotely viable spectrum right now. It's not even a little bit possible. Portal. Okay. Might not be too bad. I'll have to see... I'll have to do some XP per hour science on that and see if it's... regardless of science, again, I think I might just do it for variety. I'm so fucking sick of the Pulnit Beach course. I'm so sick of it. Okay, we can buy rune maces now. I seem to recall that one being a problem in the past, so it's good to see that it's not anymore. Was it Warhammers? I think both happened. I think we got fucked with Warhammer and Mace, didn't we? Oh, there's a spirit tree here. Oh, okay. I did not know. This is why we're walking around the city. All right, that makes it way easier to get here. Okay, that's actually Omega knowledge. That is Omega knowledge. This is why we're exploring the city, to see what amenities are available. That is Omega fucking knowledge. Because that means it doesn't matter where my house is. My house is already in Priv. Okay, so it actually... That spirit tree existing makes a Priv house completely pointless. This is literally a house portal. Hi, Marshmallow. Can I help you, sir? I know why the webcam angle looks so weird. It's a lot higher up than it usually is. I feel like the webcam is raised too high. It's like super down angling at these poor little rodents. Priv houses for flexing. Flexing what? It's 50K to move here. Literally anybody can afford this. Oh, Elena's here. And if I use the spirit tree, my house is right next to Elena's house instead of across the entire city. Hello, what do you got? You are nothing fancy. You're a traditional herb store. I'm gonna level with you. I do not remember you at all. I have no concept of who you are, but you look like you have been stung in the face by numerous bees. And I wish you the best in your recovery. Have you come to marvel at the beauty of Pristina? Oh, it's definitely something. Indeed it is. I love exploring, seeking out the hidden secrets of this world. Nothing will ever compare to this place, to our home. It's very privileged to be able to see it. We are very privileged to have you here. She's very nice, but I have no fucking clue who she is. Elena! What's up? Oh, hey, Cassandra Lee. Hey, Elena, how's things? How's being an elf? Oh, it's great. I've learned so much from the Myler elves here. Their ways of doing things are unlike anything I've seen before. And Pristina, this whole city is beautiful. It's an honor to be the first human living here. Neat! Anyway, bye! Wow. Cassandra Lee could not get out of there fast enough. Holy shit. That's the crystal tree patch. I don't remember where you get crystal tree seeds. Could not get out of there fast enough. Food store. The gay ran out real fast on that one. Elena was hyped about her small house. The elves gave her an even smaller one. Pristina food store. Okay. I can now buy chickens if I need to go into the evil chickens domain for a Black Dragon Slayer task. But other than that, I'm really reaching for a use. You'd sell like several tangentially useful items, I guess. Your stock of stews isn't constantly fucking rampaged like the one in the Fighters Guild. Oh, they have a crime area where you can do crime. I love crime. Even in Priv. For some reason, we're still drawing the line at fucking diamonds. I bought silk. I want to sell you silk, bring it here. Spice stall, knife, garlic. Spiced. All right, so elves are the white people of Gillinor. I guess that's good to know. It's important knowledge. You like garlic bread, right? Garlic bread spiced? Okay, there's Mahogany's Antiques here. Which is interesting because the only two trees in the city that still look exactly the same as they do everywhere else. Because everything else is like a weird crystal Prif version, even the U's and stuff. But it's just Mahogany's Antiques that are just here. Immediately adjacent to a sawmill. But then that sawmill is 10 years from a fucking bank, so I don't really see the value, I guess. I don't get this one. Not seeing a purpose. There's the weird farming patch that's like, it's only the bad part of a full plot. There's no herb. It's only allotment and flower. It's the two that you can't even be fucked to farm. And not the one that does anything useful. Hi. This was the guy we found with the clue scroll, and he was pretending to be a tree. Hello there, young one. Interested in getting your hands dirty? I'm just gonna leave now. You have a nice day. Why does that sound creepy? Oh, don't worry, it's nothing sinister. Leave that kind of thing to Clan Eowyrth. I speak in a more literal sense, of the ground beneath us and the trees above. Oh, you're the farmers. Indeed. We maintain the farms and manage the trees. The produce we grow goes to the Myler plant to feed the city, and the wood we provide is used by Ithel in construction. If you'll join us, our farming patches are open to you, as is our sawmill. Okay, well, but you don't have the farming patch that doesn't suck. So... Yep, that's a farming store. Not what I expected. It is, in fact, the farming store. There was an herb patch, the original proposal pre-poll, but the timing was bad because they just added 2 more herb patches in the previous year, and people didn't want a third, so it never even got pulled. Oh, so it just became useless before it even released. Makes sense. Is Prif just pre-Coolrind, but elf only? What came first? Oh, well, that's not even... The answer to that question is almost irrelevant. Because, to my understanding, current Coolrind is basically... has no traits in common with original Coolrind, save for the names of the cities. And in pretty much all other ways, it has been, like, completely and totally overhauled into a totally different continent. You sell arrows that aren't garbage. Still top out at you longbows, but you sell... I'll never understand this game. I'll never understand this. It doesn't matter how long I play, I will never, ever understand RuneScape. How? How is this a store? Explain this to me. Backstory and my boy, what's up?
Oh, Cassandra Lee!
What's up? How you doing?
Yeah, my city is flourishing, largely thanks to you. There's still some mistrust for the Ironworth clan, but overall I'd say it's been over 1,000 years since our people were doing this well.
That's neat, but how are you doing, buddy?
Well, there's still more in Glariel every day. Until the end of time, a part of it will be missing, never to be replaced. But I know now I can't let that impact the elves here. Many of them never even knew their former queen. My grief is mine alone. They need not bear it. To them, I'm trying my best to be a leader they deserve, to correct the mistakes of my past. Lord Eworth believed we were nothing without Saren. We need to prove we have a future with her gone. Thankfully, I have the other elders to help this time. Ruling's not as hard when you share out the responsibilities.
Well, glad to hear it's going good, buddy.
We're glad to have you here with us. None of this would have been possible without you.
You're a person. What do you do? You literally just outright sell bows and shields, right? You were the one who hung out with Ifleen. Okay, so that's a circle, because we've come back around to Sir Fat Nuts. So let's go to the middle. This is apparently a turbo library. I want to go read a book about how they imprisoned the demon, and now everyone now it just hangs out in the tourist distraction to come pester the fucking demon. Prathina is getting put number 2 on the other. So like I said, it was a teleport. Prathina's getting put absolute number 2. What's this? Radium device. Hey, you can fight Saren. Oh, this is the Book of Memories in Final Fantasy XIV. Neat. Okay. Who dis? Hello there. Have you come to reflect? It's not for everyone. You're always welcome to pray to Saren here if you wish, though. If you prefer, I can offer you the ability to respawn in Prathina upon death. Yes. Alright. Lumbee be gone, bitch. Prathina's your home now. Neat. Cool. Okay. That's actually ridiculously convenient. And also cool. Now, I may not live here, but my soul does, so you can't actually search this book. No. I'm never going back there ever again. No. 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 You can't make me. I refuse. Right, that's the Great Library, huh? I do know I want to. Hello there. Welcome to the Grand Library. Oh, it's just... This place was way bigger when I was here doing a light puzzle for 3 hours. Oh, it is. Well, we've opened up the city to other races. We've decided that most of the library will remain a place for elves only. That said, we still want visitors to get a taste of what the library has to offer. So we've opened a small section. Feel free to have a read through the books here. Now that the city is open to visitors, we've had lots of new additions from far and wide. Alright, cool. I'll take a look. Am I allowed to use the ones that are in jail? Oh my god. Fuck. That is... I'm not reading all this shit. That's way too much. You gotta narrow that down. Or like... Hi. Hello, how are you today? These guys are also pointless. Okay, fair enough. Hey, Nimrod. Nimrod L's in here. So these are players submitted, if I recall correctly. I'm gonna guess every shelf is literally just the same thing. It's a library and you can access whatever. Holy fuck. Alright. I'm gonna pick like 3 that sound interesting. Crazed Scribbles? Hit me up with some crazed scribbles for sure. Tale of Iben. The Big Book of Bangs. Oh, a lot of these are from the quests. That was the quest we used to make the bomb that we threw, yeah, cool. Some of these we've already seen. Book on Baxtorian was the one. This is the one that had the fucking... This is a piece of our history at this point, right? No, this is not the... This is the original one. This is the original one from Waterfall Quest. That's not even the chain that will not compromise. Okay, so a lot of these are probably old. All right, that's way on leprechauns. That's mine. Thank you. The Spurned Demon. That's probably the Zalcano one. Okay, let's read some books. You know, in all the little cutaway scenes that I make, all the dumb shit like this, it's just there to be funny for 3 seconds. I've had over here on my to-do list, make a storytime scene for probably over a year. And the reason I've said not to do it several times, and I just don't know what to do with it. I can't come up with any decent ideas. Is the hard part. Because, like, the cam is just this, so I can't really, like, be in the big overstuffed chair with the pipe in front of the fireplace because I only possess the top half of a human torso. So, like, every time I sit down to make it, I just can't think of a good thing to do for a story time scene. Point is, now accepting recommendations, because really, I just keep circling back to that. I don't have a better one. Randus.
A new hand
What is this?
touches the beacon.
Narrow yell, but thank you for the follow. Begins to whisper in my ears, especially the sounds of the whistling of the wind. I steel myself against these forces. The whisper became moans. It's fearsome and enticing like the call of a siren. I feel like this is from a quest we've already done. Diary of Randus sounds familiar. I'm pretty sure we've read that one. On leprechauns! I want to read about leprechauns. It said the leprechauns, so in tune with nature and growth, are to be treasured for their stewardship. But I have seen their dark ways. Even the fairies have not been to the edge of things where the truth is hidden. They used to know why they're not permitted, but we have forgotten. And so I say this. Fear the leprechaun. Oh yes, they dance, they sing, they laugh. But that is just another way to say that they cavort, they chant, they gibber. The brightness of their clothing is matched only by the brightness of their insanity, and in their lightheartedness lurks a dark desire. Yes, for the love of farming shows they are close to the earth, but the earth is a pitch-black place of caves, of burials, the eventual end of all things. Their hearts are just the same. At the end of all things, they will rise up and claim us. They watch. They wait. But theirs is a hungry patience. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and put that one on the floor. Someone can reshelve that one later. Let's see. This is probably the one about Zalcano, I imagine. Put yourself behind a reading lectern. Oh, that's genius! Behind a lectern's a great way to do it. That's a good idea. That's a fantastic idea. Alright. It was at the height of the God Wars when she came. A demon invading our home. For so long, we've managed to stay away from the fighting. Safe from the horrors that filled the rest of the world. Nothing lasts forever, though. It seemed her arrival marked the beginning of the end. Or so we thought. We assumed the demon would be the first of many, but to our surprise, the scouts reported she seemed to be working alone. Not only that, but she did not seem to be here for us, we first feared. Instead of moving on the city, she spent a great deal of time roaming the forests like she was searching for something. The scouts were unable to work out what she was doing, so we decided to send some Amlod mystics in to go do some wizard shit. The mystics weaved their spells and discovered something fascinating. The demon, she seemed to be under some sort of spell. It was a curse. From what they could tell, the curse seemed to be slowly turning her entire body to stone. Unsurprisingly, this caught the attention of the artisans of the Treherne clan. They wanted to bring her in so they could study her more properly. A risky move, but one they deemed worth the danger. With the help of the Ithel clan, the Treherne artisans built a large prison in the volcanic caverns beneath the city. With Amlod magic sealing the way in, the prison was more than suitable for trapping the demon. All that was left to do was capture her. While our kind had chosen to stay out of the wars of the gods, we knew there was always a chance the wars would come to us. We were no strangers to combat, with many of us honing our skills daily in the gauntlet. Still, this was a tough enemy for us to overcome. The demon did not take kindly to our attempts to capture her and fought back with all her might. Many fell to her, but in the end, she went to stupid jail. No surprise, the demon was rather unwilling to divulge her secrets. Lucky for us, though, a mixture of Amlod magic and Mylar potions quickly loosened her. Holy shit! The demon revealed her name to be Zalcano, a former general in the army of Zamorak, the god of chaos. Are we the baddies? Are we sure? I mean... Alright, let's just... Kinda make me fucking feel bad for Zalcano here. After a failed mission to the Isle of Karamja, Zalcano was held responsible for the treachery of her brother and was cursed by Zamorak. He gave her a simple task: bring back her brother to answer for his crimes, and the curse would be lifted. Unfortunately for her, Zalcano had failed. Zalcano believed her brother had traveled to the west in the hope of escaping from Zamorak's fury. While she believed that meant the forest of Tehran, she was mistaken. Any demon roaming our lands had been quickly found by us, and she was the first to ever stray this far. Wherever her brother is, he's definitely not here. It seemed that with her capture, the curse had accelerated, almost like Zamorak knew she'd already failed. With her body fast turning to stone, her mind was almost completely lost. It was clear there was no more to learn from her about the lands east of here, but the Treherne clan believed she may still have some use. With how hard it was to get her into her prison, no one was complaining to find that we wanted to keep her in there. Even though we didn't plan to move her, Zalcano still needed to be kept in check, lest her power grew too quickly. Her weapons of crystal did little damage to her stone body, so we had to seek other methods. Luckily for us, we discovered that when heated and empowered, the Tephra found within the caverns was able to crack her body. Combined with a good pickaxe, this could be used to keep her under control. Holy shit! Oh my fucking god! She's a demon! Yes, okay, she's a demon. But Zalcano is literally just getting bullied for eternity. She didn't even do anything! She didn't even do anything! This is just racism! She literally came out here trying to stop a different demon that was coming out to bring him back, to stop him from fucking shit up over here. She just went to the wrong place. And then we locked her in fucking jail and beat the shit out of her with pickaxes for the rest of eternity. What the fuck? Went on a mission, failed. Got cursed, won another mission, failed. Got imprisoned, still cursed. Gets rocks, gets fucking tiny pebbles thrown at her while she gets beaten with pickaxes for the rest of time. Jesus fucking Christ. Well, no wonder the demons hate us if this is what we fucking do to them. Zelcano literally did nothing wrong. Zelcano just got fucked. By her god, by the elves, by her brother, by us now regularly for smithing materials. Wow, okay, now I want to read more of these books. This is actually some solid lore. Many years after her capture, I had to find to pay the After beating her senseless with pickaxes for many years, I figured, I guess I'll go at least look. Despite being a part of the research group, I'd mostly cut my distance in the past, preferring to keep myself safe from her fury. A lot had changed since then, though, and I was curious to see how her curse had progressed.
Welcome,
Before I was allowed to approach her, she'd be weakened in the usual way. Once we'd thrown a bunch of pebbles at her and beat the shit out of her with pickaxes, I was permitted to enter the prison. Crimson Gun 2, 90 months in the pool. Fucking hell. You were the shiniest, squid like 7.5 years. What's your lore, Zocano? Oh, I just take the fattest L's on my chest. We're trying to help one time. Even in her weakened state, she was a fearsome sight to behold. I walked towards her, not expecting to learn anything of note. Merely curious to see if I just wanted to go look at our fucking zoo animal. Okay, this guy. Why, after tea today, I think I'll take a visit to the abused demon we've been torturing for hundreds of years. Yeah, we've put her in prison some centuries ago. I figure I'll go take a look. I haven't bothered to stop by and take a gander myself personally. Oh, I'm in charge of a research team, but you know, we just haven't really bothered. It seemed pointless. We just kept with the beatings. I guess I'll go take a look. Holy fuck! However, as she saw me, something very unusual happened. It was said that speech was one of the first things Zelcano lost as the curse took over, so it was a great surprise that it even spoke to me. The others shrugged it off, claiming she had no mind left and it was just random noise. They were wrong, though. I knew what I heard. It was a name, one that I'd never heard before, one that I knew had to be important. Scotizo! Scotizo! I know that one! Ah, I see where you fucked up. You didn't go west enough. She went west. What you needed to do was go west. She didn't west it hard enough. She's looking for this motherfucker. So okay. We get a deep lore. So Skitizo's Zelcano's brother. They look absolutely nothing alike. I guess that's just how demons work. That makes me wonder. I have not gone to fight this guy yet. That makes me wonder. If he's gonna be similar. This was really good for me to learn before I went down there, because I was gonna go down there in, like, regular combat gear to just go fight him. This sure sounds like it's gonna be a Zelcano-esque kind of. I mean, Zelcano's cursed is what makes her a thing, but I mean, he sure sounds like he's gonna be a big mechanics and not a hit with stick. Although it's okay, come with the demon bin. So it's still, there's still hit with stick. Hit with stick is still in there. Okay, he can. That implies you can fully avoid everything he does, which is always interesting. This is gonna be big mechanical. I doubt it's even gonna be like a numbers game. I bet this dude is gonna be more akin to like Zalcano or Watertoad, and then it's just like you go do the dance until he dies. They really want me to bring a demon main weapon, seeing as killing with the demon main weapon is medium and killing without a demon main weapon is elite. Kill him with a chin chompa. Okay, weird task, but okay. Oh yeah, you got your capitalization fixed out. Okay, neat. All right, I'm interested. Hold on, I'm interested now. You've peaked. You've peaked. Are there any? Okay, so that was the Spurn Demon. Damn it. I guess it's not gonna be any more of that. I wonder if it's these ones that are like at the bottom that are actually interesting. Those might be the new ones. Curiosity, is this just the one? This is the one from the thing that gave us the crystal saw. That's what I thought. Okay. Hold on. We gotta read more books. Gotta read more books. Gotta get more knowledge. Spurn Demon, we're like the demon that got fucked trying to do any level of good. Not even good. The war between the gods is taking its toll on all of us, especially on my kind of Dorgashun. We were not made to fight. We're a peaceful race. We're forced into fighting for the god Bandos, so I like to call him the Big High Idiot. Have we seen this one? I don't think we can. Or have. Oh my god. Oh my god. Alright, I don't know about that one, Chief. I don't know. I don't think I care about the Dorgashun that much. I'm gonna look. We're gonna length check these. I'm glad I did before I got fucking invested. Recently been researching local folklore around the Mead Mountain that sits in the northwest region of Toronto. Below I've recorded the most notable legends, all of which seem to revolve around a set of similar events. Quite dubious of their accuracy, as oral tradition has a habit of overindulging specific details. The Wolf of Eastbrid. Tale of a ghostly wolf took the form of a handsome prince, fell in love with the Queen of Light, ruled in a palace atop a great mountain. The royal huntsman, distrusting of his mysterious prince, tracks him one night and discovers his true form. He ensnares the wolf in a trap and performs a ritual to banish him. The queen finds the prince gone and never returns. She engulfs the mountain in a harsh, bright light. The Wolf of Eastbrid guards the mountain and its ruler from the eternal darkness that forever plagues this land. Okay. Blade Brightpaw, clad in nothing but a wolf skin and a blinding spirit sword, returned from the Eastbrid realm. There he faced the vicious in hand-to-hand combat, and from its torn-off arm forged a mighty blade. The land had been torn asunder by a wicked dragon after it was disturbed and slumbered by Queen Two-Wheel. You guys' name sucks. As she might the mountain dry. Once it had been awoken it destroyed the castle and been built upon its lair in retaliation with treasure. Brightpaw, oftentimes mistaken for a repelling snow wolf. Okay. Wolf. To win the queen upon the mountain had a dark secret. In the depths of the mines, up beneath her throne, a jeweled chalice had been found amidst a pile of treasure. It became most prized possession. It was cursed. Drinking from the cup, the queen's thumb began to grow in size. Not reading the rest of that. I know how the internet is. I've been to the internet before. Holy fuck. Alright, you're gonna get length checked. Read the goblin lore. These two are so fucking long. Yeah, do you really want the giant book of goblin lore? Let me see. I will read like one that is long. What else we got in here? Truth behind the myth excerpt. Nif and Harry. I think everything up here is shit that we've already seen. I'm gonna grab the journals just to check if any of those... Ooh, a soggy journal. It stays infinitely soggy on the shelf. Let's look at these. How long are you, Truth Behind the Myth? Excerpt. It's a pretty girthy excerpt. What about you, Stained Journal? See a lot of Zora. See a lot of Zora in there. So this is about Zora and the swamp. The guy just going crazy. Just leave that guy to his crazy pants. Soggy journal. This one's pirates. I think we hit the banger. I mean, there could be, it's hard to tell without reading them. I'm just fucking glazing over them. I think this Volcano book was like the book that is super cool. Alright, we'll hit the goblins. Chat wants the fucking goblin lore. Normally, I would have to hold back regurgitating my dinner every time I recount my experiences. However, there was this one occurrence I thought would make for quite a story to tell. The big high idiot wanted the war to go on for eternity, but all the goblins, including me, were too squishy for his needs. He wanted some new foot soldiers that could take a harder beating and deliver it as well. He could probably have created those soldiers himself, but he was too busy throwing punches with Armadillo, so he decided to appoint some lackeys for the job. Unfortunately, that included me. I was sent on a mission to assist the Urg General Snarldor in creating a new weapon, which roughly translates to carrying around a bunch of his shit. Snarldor carried a large hunk of tourmaline with him, shaped like a heart. I mused that it was a representation of Bandos' stone, blackened heart. I dare not say it in earshot of one of his most loyal commanders. I wasn't sure what it was for, but apparently it had some kind of reaction when it came into contact with the metal that the big high idiot created. We were supposed to use it to create some kind of a device and perform a ritual around it. I don't know what the end goal would be, but I was the one that was supposed to perform the ritual. Somehow our trek ended up leading us past the River Salve and into Hallowvale, the land of Ceradomin. I expressed my concerns to Snarldor, but he just threatened to give me something else to be concerned about. I suppose we were fortunate, or unfortunate for me, the forces of Zamorak were currently sieging Hallowvale. We marched northwards until we stumbled upon a tall tower made of granite. I knew what it was. We had found Vigora's folly, left to collect dust since his demise. Snarldor, is that the Slayer Tower? Snarldor took interest and had his forces go inside. The massive doors gave plenty of spare room for Snarldor to go through, and the tall, wide halls really did make that massive oaf feel right at home. Our curiosity on the size of everything was cut short when we noted what decorated these halls. They were the monstrous statues of some creature I doubt existed in Gielinor or any other realm. We kept marching up the floors until we arrived on a windswept rooftop. Inhabiting it were is absolutely the Slayer Tower. Two massive statues of whatever they were supposed to be. One look at them and Snarldor decided he would bring these sculptures to life. I had no idea how that was going to happen, but Snarldor had me and the other goblins up the incantation circle, along with stakes made of Bandos' metal. Once we set that up, we had to wait for high noon. As we waited for the sun to be directly over us, I couldn't help but notice the two statues we were intended to bring to life were situated to the east and west. I thought to myself that dusk and dawn would have been fitting names for them. One in the direction of the rising sun, the other in the direction of the set. I didn't have time to dwell on that thought, however, as the light in the sky loomed ever closer to the position we needed. The gleam of the tourmaline started to reflect towards both the statues. It's amazing how something so dark could be so bright. I didn't have much time to admire when Snarldor began the ritual. He placed his palms on the circle, causing them to light up. The tourmaline core slowly sank into the granite floor as if it were liquid. Once it was fully submerged, we prepared for the final step. The bell was struck, its chimes echoing throughout the tower. A surge of black energy pulsated from the bell, permeating throughout the teal halls. Once the blast settled down, the effects were immediate. I heard some grinding sounds as if two stones were being rubbed together. Turned my attention to the two statues, and by the gods, they were moving. Slowly, they descended from their podiums onto the roof, then stood still. Ecstatic with his creation, Snarldor gave a big speech about the glory of the big high war god and whatever, as if he expected some lumps of carved rock to understand a single thing. After that, he gave commands to fight against the forces of Armadillo, Ceradomin, and Zamorak. The Guardians turned their head at the lattermost name. Snarldor thought this meant he had gained their loyalty. However, I think I knew better to think that. Vigora was a follower of Zamorak, and I knew the tower would be filled with his magic. I wanted to tell Snarldor this, but once again he threatened me with a long list of what he would do to me. Before I could finish his threat, he vanished from my line of sight in a blur, and the next second I was blown away from behind. I was sent tumbling until I stopped by the wall. Once my head stopped spinning, I witnessed the statues attacking Snarldor. The orcs tried to beat them off their general, but they were simply swatted away by stone wings. Death was certain if I stayed in the tower, so I made a run for it. As I ran down the stairs to the lower floors, I saw many of the hideous statues we passed and also come to life. I managed to avoid all the living stone monsters and made my way out of the tower. As I was running for my life, a giant shadow passed over me. I looked up and saw the hulking bodies of Snarldor and one of the statues exchanging strikes in mid-air. Fucking full Dragon Ball Z in it up there. Snarldor landed a chop that broke off a wing, and they both fell. That's why Dusk has one wing. The statue landed back on top of the tower while Snarldor made contact with a nearby swamp. After getting up from his fall, Snarldor immediately called for his remaining forces to retreat. There was no way I was going to go back to serving the big high idiot after what had happened, so once we crossed back over the west, I made my escape. I don't know what these great statues are doing now, but I'd be glad to be well away from them. Okay, alright, chat, point for chat. That was a good one. That was a solid one, solid lore banger. We take those. I'm gonna guess that there is some variety of, like, tourmaline weapon. Or maybe that's just what the granite stuff is now. Maybe that's why maybe that's like the granite ring and the granite dust. Is why they're good, is because they're enhanced by that tourmaline shit. That might be what it is, I'm not sure. That's fucking neat, though. That's why Dusk and Dawn exist, why all the Guardians are there. Why the Slayer Tower is so full of fucking angry. Why Dusk has one wing even made its way in there. Fucking banging. Okay. Alright, god damn it, we're gonna spend an entire stream just in the fucking library reading books. This is how it's gonna be, I think. I don't want to read all of these. Okay with this? Give me some fucking goddamn books. Any more books. That is a gnome poetry. Floor immediately. This excerpt was taken from the Book of Kimura, The Truth Behind the Myth. The slaying of the dragon Garok begs closer examination. Drop some lo-fi. Good thought. Good thinking. Let me get some... I'll get some lo-fi literature beats here. The slaying of the dragon Garok begs closer examination. It's curious how, despite all her other impressive accomplishments, it is the slaying of this dragon that's considered to be Kimura's defining heroic feat. It's with a single act she's counted among Arav or Robert the Strong, even though her cooperation with the latter should, by all accounts, be far more impressive. Dragons are, of course, ferocious, terrible beasts, but I'm not so convinced they're quite as terrible as Garok is made out to be. The slaying of a dragon's a difficult task, of course, but not an impossible one. It requires great skill, but it's not a legendary act worthy of being passed into song for generations. This dude's salty as fuck. I cannot recall the name of any of the countless dragon slayers of the last century, so why is defeating Garok such a unique feat? It stands to reason that Garok, or the circumstances surrounding his defeat, were in some way extraordinary. I will now present some hypotheses to help explain the mystery. Hypothesis 1. Humans did not possess the means to protect themselves from dragons at the time. The dragon slayers of today have a vast array of equipment suitable for killing dragons, from potions to specially made shields that protect from dragon fire. In Kimura's day, such protection probably did not exist, and a dragon's fire breath would surely be many times as deadly. In addition, the period had neither the tools nor the knowledge to make weapons and armor comparable to what we have today. As such, piercing a dragon's hide, protecting oneself from its blows, would be significantly more difficult. An obvious weakness in the hypothesis is the fact that no other dragon from this time appears to have gained the legendary reputation that Garok has. If dragons were such an immense threat. I'm gonna go with Garak. I like Garak better than Garok. Garak. Surely an historical record of countless similar examples. Hypothesis 2. Garak was a genius. The fact that Garak possesses a name, that name does not correspond with any known human language, suggests Garak may have possessed an intelligence rarely seen amongst dragons. Examination of dragon corpses has shown that dragons possess remarkably developed brains. However, most of them are gripped by an instinctual rage that makes it unable to utilize it to its full potential. If Garak was capable of controlling its rage, it would be exponentially more dangerous. This hinges on the assumption that Garak is the dragon name itself, and it's not like a weird growling sound. Hypothesis 3. Garak was not a dragon. Most provoking thought, I agree. The original Kimura poem shows actually very little evidence for Garak having been a dragon. About 400 years after Kimura's death, everything refers to Garak as either a fire serpent reptile snake or a fire bird vulture. It wasn't until Archibald Mallore's translation of the common tongue they were standardized and became dragon. What could Garak be besides a dragon? I don't fucking know. But whatever it is, it must surely have been impossibly dangerous. Meh. Okay. This is the Zora one. The ones that are boss lore seem to be the ones that are great so far, so I'll read the Zora one for sure. I finally arrived. I must say this putrid wasteland is full of all sorts of wonderful chemicals to test on my experiments. These filthy humans may have driven us all into hiding, but I, at least, have found myself a wonderland of a new home. The swamp itself is massive. I'll never run low on supplies. It's nearly abandoned as well, so I may work in peace. While my lesser colleagues have their secluded little islands scattered around the world, I now have an entire ocean of wonders to play with. The only annoyance I've come across, these obnoxious little humans running around and disappearing into their holes in the mountains, but they're easy enough to avoid. Now I've dawdled enough. It's time to get to work. This place really is incredible. The sheer scope of what can be done here, those charlatans could never comprehend it. Serpents with venomous tails, spit as poisonous as the swamp itself, and power over magic that rivals even worms. It's all so fantastic. I have a vision now. A serpent that could kill anyone I please. One that could cover the world in a deadly smog and destroy all my enemies. What a beautiful world it would be! A world covered in a poison gas that killed literally everybody. Go off, I guess. Feel like you probably should not. Just should not. This swamp really is a beautiful place. I receive everything I need from it, and in return what I no longer require. The sludge devours my failures and wipes them away, like they never existed in the first place. It is a shame, but I had to dispose of my greatest creation yet. The serpent held potential, but it just isn't what I needed. It was unfortunate, but I hope the next ones will be better. I do not believe in them, but I have no other way to describe it. This is the miracle! I returned to my wastes today to discard my newest batch of Vorkath, and something was waiting for me. It is so much bigger now, but I could recognize my work anywhere. My greatest failure is now my greatest joy! The serpent I had such high hopes for, but ultimately had to destroy. It has survived, and is now unlike any other of my creations. It towers over even me now, and it's smart. I can see intelligence in its eyes. I've decided to observe it, see what I can learn for either this creature's future or my own. I've never been more excited. Despite my best attempts to stay hidden and observe, my old Vorkath has found me snooping. I guess that's for like an elf word. I greeted it and actually understood what I was saying. It's smart! It's grown even longer since I first laid eyes upon it. It's incredible how quickly its size and power grows in the swamp. These wastes are truly miraculous! This serpent's tail drips with poison, its fangs with venom. Even its physical self warps and changes with powers. I've seen its scales glow cyan with magic as it shot a hole in the mountain. I've seen its body burn with the color of magma as its tail smacked the toxic waters to create tidal waves. I've seen it breathe a smog so foul from its breath. Create a smog so foul from its breath it killed what little plant life was left living on the swampy shores. I've even seen it control the other Vorkath of mine, the ones I disposed of and thought had watered. Oh, the Vorkath, I guess, is like the breed of snake that Zulrah is, with the mini Zulrahs. My Vorkath is nothing of the sort at all. My beautiful serpent, my Zulrah, you are perfect. I gave my creation life. I gave it power. I gave it intelligence. I gave it a name. Now I require it to serve me. My Zulrah shall do my bidding and help me destroy all who would dare to oppose me. My creation is always hungry. I'm sure it would enjoy eating my enemies. I've come to speak with it once again to inform it of my plan of domination. It seems pleased. What a beautiful smile with those wicked fangs. The little Vorkath that controls are crowding and drooling at my feet. They look hungry too. Zulrah's toxic spit is drifting under my head, but I'll let the behavior slide. After all, it's probably just hungry. What, are you actively writing this while you're standing? Was this voice to text dictation? This is a book. Did you have like a dictating quill that was just going as you were vocalizing all of your thoughts? Like, as you went? You're like Morgan Freeman narrating your own life into an auto-writing book? Speech to text? Something isn't right. I know that many in the Cadarn clan stay far away from the city, but Colin's never had trouble contacting Prathina before. The clan know their way around the forest. They know how to keep safe. No reason for Colin's letters to have disappeared. I might not have the hunting skills of the Cadarn clan, but I can hold my own in the wilds. The Ironwood clan treats its warriors well. And if I must fight to see my friend home safe, so be it. Attempt number 1. In my haste to help Colin, I fear I may have betrayed my intentions to Muther. She does not approve of my interactions with other clans. The extent of her hostility remains unclear. She suspects I intend to leave Prathina, and if I attempt any further action tonight, she will stop me, and I will never find Colwyn. For now, I must wait. Attempt 2. I started so well. Let her left to continue her training, and so my initial departure went unnoticed. I felt that walking through the streets would lessen suspicion, but it might have worked too well. I encountered Lord Eowworth himself on the pathway, and he insisted on speaking with me. He didn't say much of substance, but he simply would not shut the fuck up. After a frighteningly long time, I managed to excuse myself, but like a fool, the only reason I could produce was that Muther expected me home. I'm sorry, Colin. I'm too socially awkward to save you. You made friends with the wrong introverts. Attempt 3. Can anyone be trusted? I waited until Muther was gone. I walked through darkened alleyways. I avoided every elf in my path. I was not stopped by Muther, but I was not stopped by some old clan leader. The guard's the gates! I've never seen such hostility. I could barely even near the gate when the guard approached me. I'm surprised he didn't threaten me outright. I'll try again. Well, that guy's dead. I'm sorry to tell you that, like, the last hope for your survival, Colwyn, is someone who is literally too socially awkward to leave his mother's basement. This is like the elf equivalent of Evil Dave. No, Evil Dave went out and he made a bunch of friends, actually. Evil Dave's got a solid friend group. Sure, they were all led by a literal demon who was just manipulating them, but he met a bunch of lads. He was hanging out with the boys. This isn't even Evil Dave. I don't even know what this is. This is evil me when the plumber shows up at my apartment. I think I may be beginning to fear these walls. I made my way back to the edge of town even more carefully this time and found the perfect place. A quiet patch of wall. Far from the gates. Hidden from prying eyes. The trees on the far side were tall and sturdy. I fired my grapple perfectly and I watched it arc over the barrier with grace. But then my rope broke the instant it brushed again with some of the wall's crystals. The break was cleaner than you'd ever believe. There's no way I'm getting over the wall like this. Don't worry, Colin, I have another idea. Attempt 5. Muther knows. For the love of Saren, Muther knows. I hear her now in the other room. I saw it when I retrieved my rope. There was a loose crystal in the wall. Went back and pried it out tonight, but the hole left behind may even have been large enough for me to fit through. It didn't matter. As soon as the crystal was gone, another good to replace it. This was no way out, and I couldn't leave the crystal there. Someone would surely find it. That could only end in disaster. So I brought the crystal home with me, and now Muther has found it. What the fuck is going on? Is this just one man's complete descent into insanity? What the fuck even happened in that entire journal? The dude then was interred at the Parthena inpatient program. He's considered a possible danger to himself and others. He couldn't be let outside unsupervised. Okay. I'll show, Harris. Unworthy my boot. I'll be swimming in golden glory when I return with the treasures of the western lands. I heard all these adventures, a lot of talk of big ear lily livers, live behind walls made of diamond, whatever they're hiding, it's gonna be mine. If they put up a fight, they're definitely in for a good hiding. Sold the last bit of flax today. No more itchy feels for Blunderguts. Blunderguts is my new pirate name. After all, I want to be the captain of the high seas soon. Maybe I should buy an eye patch, look the part and all that. No one dare mess with the mighty Captain Blunderguts. Purchased my first vessel from a chap offering a good price, considering the damage. Smells a bit like toast, though. He said he swindled it up on the boat to hero times. I said, is that what happened to my fucking boat? Is that what happened to my fucking boat? God damn it. Son of a bitch. Was Alexwick's name April's Journal? There. Motherfucker! Oh, maybe I should have brought a sextant. How if I west again? Never eat Toron slippers. How's it go? Never eat Toron slippers. No, never watch skeletons eat. All those pirates making me hungry. I got plenty in the store. Besides, I'm the captain. If I want to stop at some tavern along the way, I shall. I'll hear no, but he actually got a fucking crew. So I stopped at this dock. Seemed pretty great at first. No tavern. Some locals' directions led me to a giant swamp. Oh, Sarah, dome in the stench of the place. Be bathed, Blunderguts. 'Tis what pirating's all about. Forging your own adventure from scratch. I thought, locals are friendly enough to come visit our god. You'll never starve again, they said. They ain't trying to feed me to a fucking snake. Luckily, I must not have looked appetizing being so skinny and all. My quick thinking, jumped back in the lady's boat. I made a tactical retreat. Back to the sea we go! Ahoy thar and onwards! I saw it. With me unpatched eye, I swear. The walls are mightier than the palace of Varrock. The light caught the tides and it burst into 1,000 different colors. As soon as I went to drop anchor, the arrows came. These arrows came at me so fast, so hard, I could have sworn it was glowing. I had no choice but to tactically retreat. Please, if you find this journal, please send help. I couldn't save the ship and I'm stranded. All the people here ignore every word I speak. They're like zombies. Zombies that kill crabs all day long. You can't even eat the crabs. They're just made of fucking sand. All they do is scream at each other for something called a crash. Are they all stranded here too? It just seems like a bunch of morons arguing all day over who crashed first. I don't understand what I'm looking at. Every 10 minutes like clockwork, they go sprinting off in the distance just to come right back. Little fourth wall in the end there. They got in that one. They had a little bit of fourth wall at the end. Okay. Damn, Old School RuneScape would actually be an awesome story game, but the mindset of the player base is him center deficiency. Yeah. Yeah. There could be a whole lot of, like, lore and, you know, story in this game. If it wasn't just all in a bunch of books in a library that you just have to sit here and read. There's some, like, it's not like the quests are plotless. Some of the quests are plotless. Some of them have a ton of fucking lore behind them. Saren, forgive us and protect the realm. We've made a mistake that could cost us everything. We've undertaken this journey under the best of noble intentions, even under divine necessity. I still remember Odwar's wild eyes, holding back tears as he told us the horrors he'd witnessed on his mission to Parthena. He'd narrowly escaped with his life, something which could not be said about his companions. He sobbed as he recounted the betrayal, the killings, the sacking of the city, the takeover of the Tower of Voices, all of which was on Lord Iowert's command. The news spread quickly, shocking and dividing our people. We called an emergency council of all eastern settlements to discuss what was to be done. While some were content to leave the city to its fate, afraid of what was to come, most of us knew better. Backstory reminded us all of Saren's promise to keep us and her command to keep the 8 clans together. This was enough for the majority to reach a fragile but unanimous agreement. Within a few days, we gathered whatever forces we had under my banner and made our way to the ancient underground pass, moving towards Parthena, moving towards what had once been all of our homes. The plan was Backstorian's idea. We thought if we mustered our forces and just marched through the pass, we could catch Lord Aoworth unprepared while his forces were divided, and this madness before it ended us. Fuck, that was a lie. We could not have predicted the strength of the evil that would meet us. We should have taken the fell whisperings and ghastly shapes in the tunnel's darkness, just out of true perception as an omen of danger. Perhaps we were overconfident. Perhaps we were in denial. In any case, we chose to ignore them and travel on, oblivious to the terrors just beyond our sight. 7 days we traveled, carrying our supplies to the underground. 7 days of relative safety. 7 days of lulling us into a false sense of security. We marched on the gates of Parthena on the morning of the 8th, where everything fell apart. I do not know how Lord Ioworth knew of our plans, but as his forces were waiting for us. Backstorian tried to reason with him, but he would not listen. They destroyed almost half of our forces before we called a retreat. A further quarter of us were slain by traps within the forest as we fled, left behind in our haste. We reached the Realm of Voyage by nightfall, and that was where all hope was truly lost. I was one of the first who made it back to the underground from where we had come. A few of us started being able to scout ahead when they came again. Not content with defeating us at the city gates, Lord Eoworth had sent his forces into the pass. That wasn't all we faced, though. In the darkness, both sides were set upon by humans, beasts, and some things in between. My heart still aches as I recall the final moments before we scattered. A bolt of magic hit one of my warriors in the torso, and I turned to help him. He looked terrified and turned pale. I tried to help him, but it was no use. He went limp in my arms after a few moments. By the time I turned back towards the skirmish, all was lost. The last of the defenders had begun to fall. I fled into the deeper tunnels as fast as I could, leaving the rest behind as the darkness surrounded me. The guilt from my actions pains me far more than any of the wounds I've sustained, a pain which I know I will feel for however longer I shall remain. As of writing this note, I have been lost for longer than I can comprehend nor care to. The whispers have grown stronger as the days have passed. I'm beginning to fear that the vile words are influencing me. My mind aches from the horrid things I've seen, and I know there is little hope for me. I tried to find any survivors, anyone who made it through, but I've been completely alone since the ambush. Arianwen, my child, forgive me. I pray to Saren that you're ready for whatever may come, and my only remaining wish is that you know how sorry I am for not leaving you more prepared for the war to come. I know you're still somewhere with whomever else was left behind. I know that one day our people will look to you for guidance and safety. You're stronger than you'll ever know. And if there's anyone who can find a way to save us all, it's you. The voices grow stronger still. Something keeps leading me back into the darkness. Every time I think I've found a new path, a way out, anything, I somehow end up back at the well. However, these last few times I've gazed into its murky waters, I feel as though it's called to me. It beckons me, tempting me to climb into the waters and see where it leads me. The voices agree with the urge, and the only solace I have from their wicked words is the serenity of the water within. Every part of me aches as I write, and the voices have nearly reached a macabre crescendo. I know I shouldn't go near the well, but something powerful within me draws me closer still. Maybe just touch just a little. I'll just touch it a little bit. Well, probably should have done that one. Anything else up here? That could potentially still be slapping. Ode to Eternity is the chain that will not compromise, right? So I think we're largely through. We actually did pretty much just sit here and read the entire thing. It's actually surprisingly fucking great. This one seems interesting. It's also incredibly chunky. I like this one. Let's hit this one up. Let's hit this one up, and then I'm gonna stop reading fucking lore books. I start this new journal as I start my new life. I leave behind all that I was, and I take a stand for the elven race. It is my hope we can at last find peace with our misguided brethren and return home. To stay like this is to condemn ourselves to an eternity of chaos. To this end, we must each do all that we can for the greater good. Skipped harmony so far? Oh, did I skip one? Oh, that was the very bottom one that didn't look like it was interesting, right? There was like 20 pages, and I was thumbing through. I was like, eh. The Death Guard is an old and honorable society, and so I've enrolled. I have one more day in the city before I go for training. I was speaking to my brother Yeston. He was telling me of the research he's been doing on the Grand Library. It's a shame that research will never amount to anything. No one can enter the place while the city is lost to us. Even if someone does find a way, the seals placed there by Saren herself ensure that her hidden knowledge will never be revealed. Yeston asked how my historical study of the Eastern Gnomes is going. Wait, we've read this one. We've read this one. This was from a quest before. We've 100% read this one. Was it Morning's End Part 2? Morning's End Part 1, one of those two? We've definitely read that one before. It took me a sec, but we've 100% read that one. Okay, so from here, I'm gonna assume that here up is all books and things that are quest drops. Is this one then? Well, that means Harmony is actually the last one. My fool husband has outdone himself this time. When he returned from the hunt, he carried a small bundle in his arms. Nice haunch of meat, I thought, or a gift. But the creature that wiggled free of his arms was the stuff of nightmare. A Hunlef cub! If he thinks it can be tamed! I've warned him that when it eats his face, I'll be the first to say, I told you so. The other clans have caught wind of Karen's pet. They were angry, and I agree with them. The cub might be content with table scraps and belly rubs now, but soon it will grow, and then it will surely hunger for elven meat. But Karen doesn't listen. He spends all day with the thing, wandering the woods and teaching it to fetch sticks. I'll admit it learns quickly. But perhaps that's all the more reason to worry. On the next new moon, Karen will travel to the council meeting. I only hope his pet will remain loyal without him there to watch it. My husband has not returned from the council, nor of his guards. Can't stand to look at this creature, knowing my husband might be in its brother's belly. It whines and scratches the door to its pen. What the fuck does this thing want? My worst fears have become reality. Tonight I was woken by a monstrous crash as the Hunlef broke free from its cage and ran out into the night. Our gates have been destroyed. The Hunliff will soon return with the rest of its pack, and we're all left defenseless. Karen, where are you? I have never been so happy to be proven wrong. This morning, as we gathered to mend our gates, a figure appeared on the horizon, limping and bruised. Of course, I recognized him immediately. It was Karen! My Karen, alive and safe after all! But he wasn't alone. Trotting merrily at his side was the Hunliff. While I was cleaning his wounds, Karen told me a wild tale. He and his men were waylaid by bandits on the way back from the council. They killed the guards and kept him prisoner, no doubt hoping for a ransom. But just as he'd given up on ever seeing home again, he heard a howling from outside the prison. A long, angry howl. And then screams. And then silence. I cannot believe it. The Hunliff is our natural enemy. Why would it risk its life for my husband? But now I look out my window and see him feeding it a hunch of meat from the dinner table. I see the way it looks at him, eyes wide and tail wagging. I understand. Some years later. I know that Karen did not want to leave, but our clan needs us now more than ever. We must trust in our goddess and go where she leads. But still, my heart aches. We were forced to leave left behind. We told the other elders our story, but they stayed cold. Tardiod was rife with danger. To bring that same danger with us as a pet would be the height of foolishness. Once I would have felt the same. I wished I could have seen my husband's tears as they said goodbye. Wished I could have heard Lef's sad whine as we left them outside the gates. But they didn't, and now it's too late. Each night, Karen leaves our bed and stands outside, looking up the sky. Last night I followed. I saw him reach an arm up to the sky and whisper, "Thank you, old friend." And for a moment, the cold wind sounded just like a lonely howl. Well, fuck that book! That book sucks! Fuck that book! We can't, okay, we're going to Harmony. We can't end on that book. This book's garbage. I'm gonna read a different book. That book was stupid and everybody involved is dumb. I've been spending more time in the woods lately. Well, I always spent a lot of time in the woods, to be honest. Our place is there. A little cliff looking over the lake. The one with the silverkin bushes we both liked. Shared love. This one's gonna be sad too! God damn it! We read all of them. Have we done all of these? We skipped the 8 clans because I kind of just assumed it's exactly what I thought it was, that it's just the 8 clans. This is neat. That's Kadarn lineage. Oh, I think we're already back up at the stuff that we've seen before at this point. This is yeah, this is just the older stuff now. Fair enough. Need more Big Book of Bang. Alright, I'm gonna give Harmony a shot. If it's all so sad, I'm gonna take out my frustration on a whole bunch of fucking Kuresks. I guess I go there to remember, but also to forget. To pretend things are still as they once were. It's the only escape I have. It's amazing how similar it looks to that first night. How much everything else has changed, the familiarity of that place is my solace. In some ways, though, it's also my sorrow. Saren wants us to leave. Another came to our world, one like her. He told her of a great land where we could all live in harmony. She wants to go, and she wants us to come as well. She can't convince everyone on her own. She needs the support of the clan leaders, which means she needs me. In truth, that's why I've been spending more time in the woods. It shames me, but I'm avoiding her. Deep down, I worry that she might be right, that maybe our time here is done. If I avoid the conversation, I can avoid what I fear to be the truth. It was only a matter of time before she found me. I would never be able to avoid her forever. I was back at our spot again, lying and looking up the stars like we always used to. That was when I heard her call out to me. Even now I remember what she said, mostly. I may paraphrase a touch. "I can see why you come here so much. It's beautiful," she said. I turned to her. "It's not the beauty I'm here for," I replied. "No," she said. "I wish I could have met him." She knew, of course she knew. I was the lady of Clan Iorwerth. I wasn't allowed to have secrets. "So why do you want to take me away from him?" I asked her. "Einwin, my child. I would never separate the two of you," she insisted. "Until the end of eternity, he will always walk by your side, but you must know there's no future for us on this world." "I'm not looking to the future," I replied, my gaze held on hers. I stood up and walked past her into the woods, leaving her alone on the cliff. For a while after that, I avoided our spot, fearing she might find me there again. I walked through other parts of the wood, contemplating. I was a clan leader, which meant I had a responsibility to those I led. Apart from the Cywer, Saren had managed to convince all the other clan leaders to join her in the New World. I knew my people were starting to doubt in my leadership. After all, what kind of leader spends her days hiding in the woods? They were right to be concerned. I was never meant to lead. In all honesty, I was a bit naff at it. That's not a real word. Soon enough, our paths crossed again. I was on one of my usual walks when I found her by the crystal shrines of the old temple. Following me? I asked. You're not the only one who likes a walk from time to time, she replied. Even a goddess needs room to reminisce. Reminisce? I inquired. She turned to me. You're not the only one to know loss, Aenwyn. Before I came here, I had a family, a mother and a brother. What is this? Just a sexual tension between the Lady Ioworth and God? What is this? Is this elven smut? What? I'm worried about this build-up. Why is this book just 10 pages of weird sexual tension? With elf Jesus. I must admit, I was taken aback. Saren had always seemed so unknowable, so much more than us. I'd never considered we might share something so mundane, so mortal, as the concept of a family. I don't like this setup! I don't like where this is going! This is like... She just wants that crystal dick! This is a danger! This is a danger zone! I confess, you'd struggle to find a more dysfunctional family, she continued, laughing as she did. But we're all family. Or we were family, all the same. What happened to them, I asked. Oh, they're still out there, somewhere, she replied. I was confused, and she knew it. You're wondering why I left, she asked me. I didn't. Not to begin with. Our mother was immensely powerful, but she was always ill, unable to control her own abilities. We looked after her for so long, but in the end, my brother had enough. He left us, she said. I remember feeling so angry. How dare he? How dare he leave us? For so long, I didn't understand, she continued. But eventually you left as well, I interjected. Yes, I hated doing it. I hated leaving her, but I knew it was for her own good, she responded. I interrupted her again. I know why you're telling me this. You're hoping it will convince me to leave. You think that if I find some familiarity with your story, I'll be able to move on. But I can't. I can't move on. She tried to interrupt. She looked me in my eyes, met my gaze. But a gentle touch on my cheek. Aenwyn, But I continued. Look! Foul succubus! You're never going to persuade me. I'm sorry. I wish that you could. I paused, looked deep in her ancient, unfathomable eyes. Stop! Why am I reading this? For a moment, I thought I saw sadness staring back, but I stopped a moment and composed myself. But that doesn't mean I'll stop you going. She was clearly confused by this. What do you mean? She asked. I won't come with you. But I won't let my people suffer due to my own failings, I replied. Take them with you. Give them the future that I can't. But if you stay, I know what will happen if I stay. Until the end of eternity, you will always walk by my side. You can't catch me, gay thoughts. If I wait long enough, they'll just run by. She paused, then nodding understanding. I'll make the preparations. She started to walk away, but as she did, she stopped and slowly turned back to me. You're doing the right thing for them. You're a good leader, Aenwyn. I hope you know that. Before I could respond, she disappeared in the trees. I never spoke to Saren again. We'd said everything we needed to. They left a few days later, onto a new life in a better world. Saying goodbye was hard, maybe the hardest thing I've ever done. I always wanted more peace and quiet. I guess that was the cost. Once they'd gone, my duty as a leader was complete. I returned to the woods to our spot. I laid down on the ground and stared up at the stars. What the fuck did I just read? What is this shit? What is this shit? What am I fucking reading? What is this, like, the Elven smut is just softcore blue balling? Like... Shall we've literally spent 2 hours just walking around Priv and reading lore books. Why does anybody watch this stream? Like, spin the wheel? No! I will not. I'm Slayer locked. I have a new monster that all I wanted to do was literally spend my weekend hitting up some AFK and chill, grinding out that Slayer, and I couldn't do it because Konar immediately slapped me with a new monster. And I couldn't do it in case they dropped cool stuff. So if a mod could refund that. However, we will bonk the horny away with some good old-fashioned country jig. Purge the lewds. Grandpa Squidus tells the best stories. Do I? Do I? I just... Like, I don't know if that was on purpose. Or if I'm just stupid and that's not at all what it is. Because I'm gonna level with you. I'm gonna hit you with something that may be surprising. I, as an asexual human, I have never read any of that type of material. But what that book, what the lead up of that read like, is exactly what I imagine that shit would be. That's a man who has never ever touched that genre and is completely asexual's concept of what it is. So I don't know if I'm just hilariously off base and this entire line of humor just has a giant pile of question marks coming out of chat. I like how the hornier the writing, the standards of how good the writing is speaking goes down. How did I end up here? What happened? Oh, I need runes. Fuck. I'm gonna monster examine a Kuraysk. So that I can... I know... Konar told me I gotta hit him with some Slayer energy. They're the same as Turoths. Which is interesting, because I think it's the first time that I'm aware of. It's the first time a monster that I know about has repeated a requirement. What the fuck do you use? Is it like this shit? I don't fucking remember. Cosmic, right? Cosmic stuff, but they're always cosmic for this. It's the first time that I know of that any of the Slayer-specific items have been repeated for another monster. I thought everything you got from the Slayer Masters was like a completely unique thing that only affected one monster. But Turoths and Kurasks are both weak to Broad Bolts and the Leaf-bladed shit. And there was the third thing. I don't remember what it was. It was stupid and I forgot about it immediately. It's still gonna be on Country Jig because the music swap doesn't really work. I need to go in and out a couple times to fix that. If it had ended with them doing it one last time before she left, it would have been exactly a horny fic. You say you never heard anything like that, but you made us never heard anything like that before today. Okay, where's Karask? Oh, it's actually straight past the blood vault. Oh, it's easy. I don't have to run past anything hostile. I appreciate the blood vault's just vibe and they're not aggressive. I think most Slayer monsters aren't aggressive, and I like that. Hey, what is a Karask? It's a lettuce boy. Alright, so they are aggressive. I was curious. They're aggressive. Is he 3x3? Oh, they're 3x3. Oh, he's a big fucking lad. Okay, so they are phenomenally easy to save spot. You could literally just stand right here. They are big cabbage monsters. Big green horny gorillas. Okay, what do you got? What the fuck? What's your attack bonus? What? I'm surprised he can hit me naked. 67 attack? Is that a typo? Hold on. Wow! Holy shit! These guys couldn't hit a fucking barn from inside it. All right, I don't even bother to say spot him. If I'm wearing armor, I'm gonna be fundamentally invincible. Okay. That's gargoyle-esque. Hit him with whatever, really. He used to sing boss with like 400 plus attack defense. I mean, I guess. Couldn't hit water if he fell out of a boat. Like, it's like, I don't think I've heard that part like that. Okay. Okay, I'm interested. So just bring a stabinator or the gun. I don't remember what my leaf-bladed weapon is. They need leaf-bladed weapon or barbed bolts are the two options. Thank you. Got my regular spell book back. I think I have a leaf-bladed sword, I think. I don't know, let me consult the bank. I can talk to this one. This guy doesn't give a shit about my sigils, apparently. I found out the other day. Yeah, I have a sword. Which conveniently is good at poking, so, I mean... How much worse are you than a... Just for reference. Pretty not good. Well, it's actually more accurate. It's more accurate than a dragon sword. But has a lot less strength. Like, a lot less strength. Holy fuck, that's a lot less strength. Okay. So we can poke him, or we can shoot him. I think I was gonna poke the shit out of him. Yeah, unfortunately, accuracy is basically irrelevant because they have no fucking defense. Well, they don't have no defense. Like, they have standard defense. I feel like at this point, 100-ish is standard monster defense. That's like the default. That's right about what a gargoyle has. Right, please? I swear to God, you have to pray this altar twice to have it actually work. Leaf sounds like a terrible weapon material, not gonna lie. So this is one of the few things I perhaps knew prior to a weird role-playing video game introducing it as a mechanic, and that is what a leaf-bladed thing is. Because it's a real thing. Let me see if I could Google leaf-bladed weapons without immediately getting 50 links to old school RuneScape. Because it's like, how do I Google this without getting, because this is like medieval weapon stuff. Let me get into the images. Here we go. It's like a shape. Oh, here's a good one. Here's a great example. Here we go. Look what I had to fucking search, by the way. Look at my search to get here. It's these ones that are like paddle-shaped. That they widen. That they have like a thicker end and a narrower neck. That's also a pretty solid one. They kind of fan out towards the far end, like the hitting edge of the blade is wider. That's all it means. That's all leaf bladed is. I don't know what hello sir, what particular advantages it has. It's like a straight kukri. That's not wrong. That's not wrong. I guess it's like a straight kukri. Can't even bring a weapon to use my special attack because they're immune to it. It's a cool, it's probably one of the better, like you can really see it in the RuneScape model too. It's one of the few things that actually comes across really well in the old school model. Like other than the fact that it looks like a crinkled fucking plastic straw. Like even this shitty model, the only thing they tried to do was make it be wider at the end. I guess it's, yeah, it is. Is it better for slicing? Is that the advantage that it has? Oh, these are actually all stab. We're good. I can still lunge. Is that what you get out of it? Now let's go punch these guys and see if cool toys fall out. I would like cool toys. I don't know what you're gonna drop. So I'm gonna bring Yield and Runes of Alchemy. I'm gonna bring like 10 of these. We're gonna see how the slapping goes. And by slapping, I mean poking. I'm gonna poke him judiciously. Good for slashing more weight at the head. Fair. I suppose it possibly would like lend itself more easily to a slashing motion as well. Because it's just a little bit more weight at the tip. Just a little bit more momentum. And a little bit more weight. But it's still perfectly functional as a sword. You're not hard committing to like completely changing into like a Morning Star, or I guess that's a totally different kind of thing. That's for like gonna beat through armor. I guess just like what was the historic use case of a leaf-bladed weapon, like a leaf-bladed sword over a traditional sword? Just they thought it was cool. Holy fuck, that was a stab. Those things stabs pretty goodly. Appreciate it. It's a good little poking implement. He is, yeah, first guy hit me 0 times. Second guy hit me once. He did the thing. That's a fucking, that's some dollars. So 67 attack gets through a little bit more than I would expect. I kind of wanted to see how mailing them was going to be. Like, this is a test. Never fought these fuckers before. As you can tell by the fact that I'm almost... Oh, Jesus, they're rich. They have a great amount of wealth down here in the cave. I want to see how hard I can poke them. When they do hit you, they can hit pretty hard, though. Going up to 11 is going to make them shoot through food. Hey, 11. Thank you. Forgot my herb sack. I realized now seeing a seed. Now that the seed goes in the herb sack. Nerds saw leaf-bladed swords in RuneScape and decided to make them in real life. That's how they came around historically. That's fucking, that's dollars. That's good. They seem to be a pretty good source of cash. 10 noted coconuts. Okay. I have 0 complaints. We'll take the hell out of that. I forgot my fucking Dark Totem, too. God damn it. Well, I love these guys! What a great Slayer task! These guys are fantastic! Can I sign up to just fight these from now on? Hey, yo, Konar, if you got any more of these you need removed. Don't worry about it. Low defense, high HP, pretty good XP as it turns out. Yeah, they're also fat loot. Fat fucking loot. A fragment? I got you. Oh my god. That makes sense. That's the point of the dungeon, huh? You get crystal shards while you're down here. Dude, this is an amazing. This is an absolute S tier task. Look, you guys aren't dust devils, but you're sure as hell fighting. Jesus, I forgot how loud Siren's music is. You guys aren't dust devils, but you're definitely fighting for my affection. And you're doing a damn good job of it. Money. Come on. Now the question is, do you drop anything important? Do you drop anything noteworthy? Because so far it's just, oh, the Bone Crusher. I forgot everything, dude. I so fell off of playing fucking RuneScape that I just forgot about everything. 12 noted whiteberries. What the hell? You guys got some weird drops. Pretty common style sword during the Bronze Age. Right, but was there a reason? Because weapons were historically designed for a purpose. That's a triple herb drop. They're all shit, but it's 3. Because weapons, especially back in that age where war was very prolific and crime was very prolific and fighting was a thing that a lot of people had to do in some way or another. And 10 noted papayas. These guys are farmers. That's why they're green. It's the green of their farming capes. There's usually a reason. Like for every aspect of a design. Especially a blade. So I imagine, like, I guess it really is just a little bit more weight for fucking waving at people. If you're gonna wave it frantically at a guy in front of you, it's a pretty good frantic waving weapon. Good for slashing, less common. His arm became more of an issue. Wanted to pierce. I guess it's good, perhaps, for people who are not soldiers. Like, if you're a peasant and you get to have one sword that your family can afford to have in case you need a sword, you know, if the Mongolians invade. It's a pretty good sword. Pretty good general purpose. The slightly heavier end doesn't make it unwieldy, but perhaps lends itself a little more easily to a completely untrained arm. I'm just fucking spitballing here. Just making shit up. Don't build a wall, then the Mongolians would have been. There. 100% of countries Mongolia is invaded have been protected by a wall. You guys have the weirdest drop table. These are like farming pinatas. Random guy walks in your house to kill you as a real threat. I think it was more like they were constantly, you know, wars. It turns out that, like, pretty pretty much 100% of history before we started putting AD on the end of the year was basically just war. Constantly. And if it wasn't like a large scale kingdoms or nations at war, it was still smaller wars. But literally always wars. No, I know Mongolians, and it was a joke. The history nerds are angry. They dropped nature runes. Bro, we literally played Ghost of Tsushima on stream. Calm thyselves, nerds. He said something wrong on the internet. You can't do that. Seems like it'll be a relatively quick task. They're low defense, and they don't have very high HP. 97's not a ton. They go down relatively quickly. Damn. 90. Hello, sir. Why bring up Japan's shamanism when they use hurricanes to kill people? Why gather resources when you can just take them? It's like they were beta testing Civ 5 centuries before video games existed. I understand the joke you just made. I do. But the game is literally called Civilization. Like, the joke you just made is it's like they were beta testing. It's like Civilization. The Civilization was a beta test for Civilization, the video game. I understand it was a joke, but that's like... That's not even a joke. That's like, hey, I just got why it's called that. Like... That's a different thing. The eyes are really accurate. If they can beat you, they come kill you. Yeah, again, you know, most of the history that had BC attached to the end. Why would you be friendly with your neighbors? It's because you know you're not strong enough to kill your neighbors. Because if you could kill your neighbors and take all of their shit, you would. There was literally no reason not to. It's free real estate. That's just how history worked. I feel like these guys' stats are low enough to do this with Proselyte and just camping prey mage constantly could be at $10,000. These guys dropped some stacks. Love to see it. Assign Speedy as a Trailblazer. I don't think I've ever fought a Kuraz before today. I don't think I ever fought them in Trailblazer. Obviously, never fought them on this account. Pretty sure this is my first Koraskian experience. And they are at the money pinata side of the table, it seems. The crystal shards come in a lot more commonly than I thought they would. We also have 2 crystal keys and like 30 kills though, so I don't know if that's just wild RNG. It's starting to be an amount of crystal shards that is a trend rather than an outlier. Because I expected to get like 3 or 4 crystal shards in the entire task. That's not the case, that's great. Can't beat you with a try anyway. The only reason the AI in Civ can't beat you is because they are literally too stupid to figure out how to take a city. It's a sad fact of Civ 6. 100 noted flags. Okay? It's a sad fact of Civ 6 that it's... The AI is so bad that playing against AI, like single player, is pretty much unplayable. And due to the nature of how the game works, between the general 8 hoursiness of an average Civilization match, and the fact that it's not even when you lose, when you like start to get behind, you are basically out of the game. There is no conceivable comeback mechanics. But it's also pretty much unplayable multiplayer. Civ 6 is my favorite completely unplayable game that I've ever played. Damn. So these are just lettuce gorillas. Coconut. Now, honestly, these coconut and papaya drops are actually banging. These are fucking banging. You use those to pay for, well, papaya and dragon fruit protection. And they're kind of hard to get, you know, because they only come from the respective tree. They drop herbs and triples. Definitely got to bring the sack for these guys for sure. Caress, got to protecting crops as Gargs are to smithing. Yeah, these really are like the farming and herblore gargoyles. Which is interesting. It's an interesting monster to have, the farming and herblore gargoyle. Coconut gun, fire and spurs. Lettuce gargoyle. I mean, I already am, but if you want to come join in, feel free. Get it? This is why skilling is dead. Yep. You're not wrong. This is why everything on this list, except for the ones that directly influence your combat level, and that's pretty much it, are completely useless skills. It's kind of unfortunate. Random thought, by the way, from this 100-noted flax drop. It's weird you can't grow flax. Would it be totally pointless? Because flax is totally pointless, because you can get bowstrings by the cargo ship from that one minigame in Mauritania. Temple trekking, that's it. Yeah. But it's weird it's not an option. Money. Spent the last hour watching a YouTube channel. Can I link a quick clip of you saying something about Zora during Trailblazer? I think I'll find interesting. I'm worried. I have concerns. It's 11 seconds. The duration is not the concern. I know it's literally me saying something, so there's no way I could possibly backseat myself. Because even if it's like knowledge that I gained in Trailblazer and lost afterward. I really need the herb sack. These guys drop shitloads of lettuce. Don't backseat yourself, Squid. But I'm so curious as to what it is. I couldn't possibly backseat myself. Right? That's just how that works. I should run my Rin pouch so I can teleport out. I don't actually even know if that's faster. It's no knowledge. I promise. Alright, hit me. Hit me. I'm curious. You're in the front seat. You can't exit yourself when we crash the car. Get to poke into the guy real quick. Okay. This is a neat boss. I like this boss. It's a real boss. It does real boss stuff. Yeah. Oh, to be so innocent and pure. Before realizing everything it does is fucking stupid. And random. It does seem that way when your experience with bosses is like the hill giant guy and Barrows. And you had not yet tasted of bosses that are actually good. A bunch of nature runes too. These guys, yeah, I feel like money is just falling out of these dudes. There must be oodles of wealth inside your average Kuresk. Or yeah, when you have hilariously overpowered Trailblazer relics so you can just smork your way through that stupid-ass fight via drain and having 99 ranged. Poke. Poke. Hey, that's money. Got almost 100k in just raw liquidity for the first 50 kills. This is a pretty good Slayer task, I think. This is the everything that you want out of a monster Slayer task. Ow! I got punched. I'm wondering if they have a superior. Okay, I gotta go. What did all they forget? I forgot Bone Crusher for the almost literally 0 experience I'm gonna get. But almost literally 0 is not. They're regular bones. I'm not getting the fucking Bone Crusher for regular bones. Need my Dark Totem. That I'm pretty sure does not do anything for superior spawning, but boy howdy is confirmation bias a hell of a drug. Ouchies. You just played this. I love this song, but you just played this. It is interesting they have small bones in their 3x3. It is a weird thing. I should probably... My thought was if a superior spawns, if they have one, I can just start praying melee. But I feel like these guys are solidly in the level where superiors are not, they don't just slap you like the base creature does. Good luck. What level did I unlock, you idiots? Cool. Solid last kill before I head out here. It's 70 because Gargoyle's superior gargoyle does stuff. It has mechanics. It's like a mini boss fight. Have we seen a superior dust devil? Superior worm doesn't do anything a regular worm doesn't do, but a worm already has 2 attack styles and just hits absurdly fucking hard. I like a clue. I like a clue, but I think this is a leave the clue for Thursday's situation because I really want to finish this task because it's just a thing I do because this is a streaming account. It's starting to feel weird because, like, personally, mentally, this account's been around long enough now that it feels weird to hold off doing things because I haven't done them on stream before. because my brain is just kind of shelving it now into an account that's been here forever that we just play. But it's just been done, like, you can leave more tasks to do off stream so you can immediately get a unique drop off stream. I'm finishing this fucking task on stream. That was like the thing I wanted to do today, was finish this task. I was out of papayas, actually. That does remind me, I have toys. Do you guys want some toys? I told you, this shit has reinvigorated my joy. I've been playing the video game. You guys wanna gamba some shit? First gamba.
Welcome, Squidling.
We're gonna have
to the
two
squidding
extremely
pool.
weighted gambas. Gamba 1 is gonna be the easy
oh,
plus the
baby,
medium.
60 months, you
Gamba
know
2
what
is
that
gonna be
means.
both hards. So this is the easy plus the medium. Easy plus the medium. We're gonna have two incredibly weighted gambas, so anyone who wants to play some fat fucking odds can play some fat fucking odds. Because it's very heavily no on the first one and very heavily yes on the second. Although, that weight feels like something that I think at this point Aragon Rider can no longer even properly experience. 60 months. 5 years in the pool. Several years since you began this inane quest for ascension. Although I get it, the cool guy penthouse is a goal to aspire to. But a year since even having achieved that and moving on to this. What are you, fucking crazy? Why am I pingusing? Stop pingusing. Okay, step 1. Ninja Empling. Cool. 4 prayer pots. You will hear 0 complaints. I like prayer pots. Prayer pots are good. 5 years of free subs. You know what's wild? It's crazy to me that Twitch Prime giving a free sub is that old. Oh, hello, Mrs. Girlfriend. Oh, goodbye, Mrs. Girlfriend. I want to go do fun stuff. Okay. Have fun. Bryn's brother and his family are not in town, but they're like an hour and a half away. They're in Orlando. We could go hang out and go to an arcade and do cool stuff, which is absolutely on the list of things that I would in-stream early to do, but it'd be pointless because I have Age of Strife tonight, and can't cancel Age of Strife. I have ulterior commitments, so you guys can reap the benefits. All right, Gamba the First. That's about what it should look like for an easy and a medium casket. Your odds gamers are here. Your Team Nice is here to collect their dividend stocks. Team Believer is here to just dream desperately of a fat payout that's fundamentally impossible. Damn it, I saw 2 pieces of paper and they're both duplicates. That's a tearjerker for the believers. 2 pieces of paper, both dupes. You absolutely hate to see it. But Gamba 1 goes with the odds. Gamba 2, same thing, but for both hard caskets. Both hard caskets. Also, why'd I put these away? What even Alk for? $800. 500 bucks. I mean, they're worth alking. They're worth more than a nature rune, so we got that going for us, which is nice. The fuck is my luck lately? In a good way or a bad way? All right, let me get the totem. What else did I forget? Forgot the totem. I don't care about the bone crush on regular bones. Was there anything else I realized I forgot while I was down there? This song slaps. Boss fight absolutely bangs. Also, where's my music overlay? Get out of here, Connor. Herb sack. I think with the herb sack, I could just bring a ton of fucking food. I could just, like, fill my shit with blondes. Should probably do that after I open the casket. How's my shard stash looking? Not good, but we're getting there. We're getting places. That's some 10 gauntlets, whatever's Volcano I've done, and now doing some of this. This song does fucking slap, though. Milky Ways is a banger. Alrighty. Wow, this Gamba is no weighted? What the fuck? The believers are the minority? It's 2 hards. It's a double hard. The odds are better for the believers in the first set. That's 2 people. That's 2 people. Then we call this a redistribution of wealth. From the 1% to the masses. It's 2 hard caskets. There's no way there's not a unique in either. It was the double slapper. Solid. It was a triple slapper. Oh, man. That's great for believers today and terrible for believers tomorrow. 3 of them out of the pool. 3 of them out of the pool. That was 3 uniques, 2 not. Got a couple extra sets of like, oh, it was teleport scrolls. And some swaggin' red d'hide and a purple piece of paper. I feel like I have another piece of gilded red dragon hide. No, I don't. It might, no. I can't put herds in my house yet. Ancient page 2. We're getting there on pages. Getting there on fucking pages. Someday, I'm gonna have all the pages from one of the books. Alright, back downstairs. Back to murder. Let me get the beats back to a reasonable level. You know, we can have some bangers. The bangers don't need to be quiet. You know what I wish there was? I wish a lot of things about how RuneScape is controlled. Playing RuneScape is the worst part of RuneScape. This fucking left click only to interface with 100% of the game, including fucking JPEGs that should just be hotkeys. Obviously, playing RuneScape is the worst part of RuneScape. But I wish there was, like, hold, shift, or something. Hold something and click, and it is only walk here. Like, it is an interacts off click. So I could, like, I don't know, like control click here, and it would just be walk here instead of attack. There is that? Is there that? Have I gone so long and not known there was a that? Because I know there is, like, the worst possible form of that. Where you could go in here, and that only even walks for NPCs. It wouldn't let you click through trees and shit. It's incredibly apparent trying to walk through Priv without accidentally clicking chop tree. I just want to click there and walk there. I don't want to interact with anything that's under my mouse. I want to click on the ground that's where my mouse is. Now one of Prathina's 287,000 trees. Right click, walk here. Yeah, that's 2 clicks and it's a fucking menu interaction. It's dumb as hell. I want, like, alt-click to just walk. That's true, you can map-click. You can map-click. But the map-click is terrible. Because the map is so small. I mean, I'm aware this is RuneLite, obviously. But look how far I can see compared to where the map ends, like, right here. There is map-click. Or like middle mouse button click or something. There are cheat plugins for that? Yeah, it's dumb. It's not just a thing you can do. The fact that you have to get cheat plugins for basic ability to have like fundamental standard controls of a video game is continually depressing. Then I remember I'm playing RuneScape. These, like, noted farming goods are hilarious to me. You can zoom the mini-map on the Steam client out? If you can zoom the mini-map out, then, I mean, that's problem solved. That's the answer that I'm looking for. That's the solution to my problem. Zoom it out. Pretty good. Also fucking slaps. I mean, the songs are in my playlist because I like them, but some bangers are just greater bangers than others. It's a fact of life. Will you die? What kind of other lettuce gorillas to poke? Ah. They're not actually green, they're just wearing anti-plate bodies. I definitely alked the prayer bot the other day. And I would like confirmation that I'm not the only stupid idiot who's ever done that. Because it was just like that, like I just clicked over here and then went to, it was just like a mid-slayer task kind of thing, and just clicked on the high alk button, hit the inventory hotkey, and then clicked and just missed it and alked the fucking prayer button. I felt for several minutes like the dumbest human to walk the earth. I don't want to actually care what the one proceeds. I have tons of those. I've definitely alked Ranars and stuff before. Okay, I just want confirmation. I'm not the only person who's accidentally alked a prayer pot trying to alk some random shit drop that exists for no purpose other than to be alked. You need 70 Slayer to fight these guys. Nobody's using that adamant chestplate drop that exists to go in the alchemizer. Oh my god, he's still alive. I thought he was dead, so I ate. You fuck. I've alked runes and stuff all by accident. I've definitely alked a prayer pot, and I've alked a Karim one. But like, Karim ones are value 0, so I felt less dumb about that. Alking the prayer pot felt a little bit squid smart. They're both equally stupid, but like one of them matters more than the other. These dudes are money pinatas! I love you, Karasks. Dude, we're in the part of Slayer where the dollar signs live. I'm telling you. We made it. I just want to kill oh, that was the guy I got earlier. He had beef. We've made it to the good end of Slayer. I alked the brief on my last posting trip. Happy to be here. It makes doing the Varrock Diary staves feel less mandatory. Got my clan one tap drop disgraceful on mobile. That's worse. Fucking ouch. That's truly unfortunate. You want to put it on when I say drop on? Yeah, if you're not paying attention on mobile, yeah, there's no fucking way you'd see that. I'm surprised you can just drop shit like that with no warning. Final Fantasy, I have to fucking click through 5 warnings to ALK level 30 dungeon loot. RuneScape will just let you one click accidentally throw literally 30 hours of agility on the floor. Fucking RuneScape's just built different. Boy, it's sure not in a good way most of the time, but it's just built different. The fact that shit like that can happen is just an absolute failure of game design. Like, that's just all it is. I honestly can't believe there's not a warning for dropping untradables. Most of them are destroy. Why? Why? I don't even want this. What am I gonna do with these? Bury them manually? Why? Why? How did you get these? Why does this exist as a drop? There's a setting for alking. Like, alking has a bunch of settings. You can put warnings for alking something over a certain value. You can put warnings for alking untradables, but you can turn those all off. So if then if it happens, that's your fault, because it's like, it's in the game and you turned it off. I fucking love you, Kurtasks. I love the fat stacks. There's a drop warning? Is it just not on by default? I have to look. It'll absolutely let me just drop a Dark Totem. Oh my god, will you just die? I wish you were allowed to, you know, interact with any menu in this game while you're doing anything else. But I can't hold that against RuneScape specifically, because I don't think you can in, like, Final Fantasy either. I don't think I can open a menu and fuck with settings. I was actively fighting shit, but, like, actively fighting is a strong word in a game whose combat has 0 interactions. I want those papayas. Controls, probably? Gameplay? Oh, it's purely off of value. Okay, well, at least there is something. But it's pure, it's not for untradables. It's just purely off of monetary value. Oh, I think that should exist for soulbound items, too, probably. Right, because when I tried to throw the Berserker Ring on the ground right after I got it, I threw the Berserker Ring on the ground to do something, and chat lost their fucking minds, and there was a warning I had to click through. What did I throw it on the ground for? It was, I know it was in Yanil. I went to Yanil to see about imbuing it, and I immediately threw it on the floor for some reason. Was it for the loot beam? Was it just to show off the loot beam? Maybe it was just to show off the loot beam. That's possible. I don't know what it was. Sick orange text. Throw it on the ground, disconnect immediately. Karmic justice. Well, these guys are lucrative, but so far I haven't dropped anything of particular interest. But I would say straightforward. These noted fucking farming paraphernalia drops are a funny meme. A lot of herbs is good, a lot of cash is good. But do you guys have anything fancy? You got anything cool and rare in that drop table? Now it's over. What are your feelings on the Elf quest line, Song of the Elves specifically? Song of the Elves is a great quest. It was a great quest with, I will maintain that Fragment is a shit boss. But it had like 3 other perfectly. It's not a terrible boss. It's just not a good boss. Well, I gotta think back at it because it was spread over so many more months. There was actually a lot of real dog shit in Song of the Elves. The quest line was pretty good. So ever since like Biohazard, that's been one of my favorite quest chains. I think the whole arc has been good since the beginning. Like, narratively, it's up there with my Requiem quests. And that's pretty much it. There's like no other quests that are interesting. So I think, yeah, like story-wise, it's great. Mechanic-wise, it's so weirdly 50-50. Another sword. Makes sense, I suppose. Can I dual wield this? I want to dual wield swords. I want 2 sword. I want to poke them. You alk for it. I'm probably alking you, right? I don't see any reason to have 2 of these. If only I could dual wield swords. Anyway. It was actually mechanically a very weird quest. I think it is... The more I think about my answer to my thoughts on Song of the Elves, the more I want to say it's actually just not a good quest. Like, if I think we were going to give it to an overall grade, I think it's below the median. I don't actually think it's a good quest. It's got some good pieces and some cool flavor. But in a lot of ways, it kind of almost feels like Legends Quest 2. Less stupid edition. A lot of the puzzles and stuff that were in there, especially the ones to collect the other, like, leaders of the Elven clans, were clearly put there to justify the quest having all of those level 70 requirements. Like the building a statue being the most egregious offender, and jumping across 57 consecutive rocks in a swamp, pretty egregious as well. Which were just there to be like, oh look, Quest M have big level requirement. Look how high level and fancy and in-game this quest is. It's attached to large numbers. And for no other reason. And then to shoehorn in those requirements, because clearly the goal was the requirements, and the quest was designed around that. I mean, someone had the half-decent idea to tie the 8 Elven clans to 8 high quest requirements, but again, it's ridiculous. Then beyond that, the bosses are extremely 50-50. It's got a bunch of bosses that are in there so that the quest has bosses. Which, a lot of which feel very, like, they're there because they wanted the quest to have boss fights. They're mostly okay. Fragment is pretty bad fight. Arianon was fine. I think Arianon was a fine boss fight. I think Essel was fine. Arianon was definitely I think the best of the boss fights in Song of the Elves. Like, mechanical interest-wise. Fragment almost literally did nothing. The limit break is so dumb that even after having been told that there's not a mechanic that's seriously what it is, I struggle to believe that I'm not just being trolled elaborately. And she has, like, no other mechanics. Look at her other attacks. She has maxes for 2 throwing spikes at you. Literally just click anywhere, Kek W. The clone split, actually, probably the one I'll give her is a cool mechanic. Tornadoes are an okay mechanic. But, like, none of them fucking do anything. And then her fourth mechanic is then she hits you for 90 and there's nothing you can do about it, apparently is the actual answer. It's not good. It's not a good fight. It's very not a good fight. And then I'm gonna hit you with some opinions that are probably shared by 0 other humans on the planet. Take this from a Morning's End Part 2 enjoyer. Enjoyer is a strong word. That quest is liquid dog shit. But the part of it that was good was the puzzle. The Light Temple puzzle was great. I loved the Light Temple puzzle. It was done in the worst possible way. If you sat down with a focus group and said, "Hi, I have developed this entertaining puzzle. What ways can you think of to minimize how enjoyable it is in the game?" Because we're concerned that players will have too much fun with this activity, and we want to make it as frustrating and time-wasting as physically possible. And they crowdsourced like 10 different focus groups for ways to make the execution as awful as any human could ever hope to dream. But the puzzle itself slapped. I really liked it. So, with that, the Song of the Elves light puzzle was probably one of the worst experiences I think I've had in an RPG. Oh my god, it was so bad. From the makers of definitely not the previous puzzle and people who have no idea why that puzzle could have been enjoyable comes this shit. For like 3 hours. I think the Song of the Elves library can be called a puzzle. I mean, it's a puzzle. Like, it's 50-50. Half of the wings of the Song of the Elves Grand Library puzzle, you do the only possible thing that you can do, and then that's the solution. Half of them are legitimately a puzzle. All of them, every wing, is a way worse puzzle than the Morning's End Part 2 puzzle. It's just shit. It's just shit. It's so bad. Something else Lightning puzzle gradually worked up. You want to know a secret? So did the Morning's End 2 puzzle. They literally already had the answer to this. The Morning's End Part 2 puzzle already ramped up and introduced its mechanics slowly and in a generally interesting way. Song of the Elves that introduced shit. The puzzles just were less boring as it went on. But oh my god, that was terrible. That was one of the worst RPG puzzles I think I've ever done, like, in any game. I am struggling, I'm racking my mind to think of a puzzle in an RPG worse than a Song of the Elves Light Maze. So no, I don't think Song of the Elves is a very good quest. I think it was once again, and the reason I call it Legends Quest 2, Monkey Madness is Legends Quest 2, but it's like a slightly better, you can like see the development curve. It was again made with the intention to be long and hard. And then they fit story and mechanics in afterwards. The design goal was be long, be hard, have a bunch of boss fights. And that was the base that they worked from. That can't be your base. That's not a base. When that's your base, it fucking shows. It's incredibly obvious. That was even more designed as Monkey Madness 2. I'm sure it is. Monkey Madness 2 is mislabeled. It's Legends Quest 2. It is rivaling, you know, Legends Quest and Ratcatchers for worst story in a RuneScape quest so far. You guys remember the story arc at the beginning of Monkey Madness 2? I don't. But I remember that it was so hilariously bad it was almost unbelievable. Placeslayer XP becomes slow as fuck. Grape juice. That's what it was. It was the grape juice thing. I know it was so stupid that it was physically painful to think about, but I pushed what it was out of my brain. It wasn't worth the, like, hard drive space. If you don't want Small Favor, yep, One Small Favor is a pretty solid quest. I liked it. One Small Favor was fun. Solid meme out of 10. They even managed to fucking bludgeon some boss fights in there. One Small Favor is actually, one Small Favor slaps. I stopped updating the spreadsheet. Mostly just out of laziness. Because I'm literally too incompetent in, like, Microsoft Excel to update the sheet to, like, add new things into the existing lists without a huge amount of effort. So I just kind of stopped doing it. Right, the plot points at the beginning of Monkey Madness 2 were, oh yeah, I never noticed there was a clearly visible third story to Gloch's house, which is a tree house and would be plainly visible from the ground. Or, you know, the second level of the Grand Tree, which would be even with it. Oh yeah, I never noticed that, huh? He does have a third floor. I really hate they'll do a follow-up quest called One Genre of His Task or something, but it's really a 3-minute quest. I really liked One Small Favor. One Small Favor is an absolutely fantastic quest. It's what all quests in RuneScape should aspire to be. It's funny, it's straightforward, it's well written, and it pisses people off who just want to mash spacebar to an unimaginable degree. It's everything a quest should be. I'm gonna go, like, just re-grab some food, because I'm about to go restock one more time anyway. I'm not gonna do 32 with no food. But I'll get one last restock, we'll wrap this quest up. Cross out Kuresks as a monster I can do now. And then the next time I get to the third one I kill, we'll drop some wild unique. Because that's how it works. It's RuneScape. If they have anything interesting, the drop rate is like 1 in 1,056, so it's not like we're going to get it. Why did I turn my run off? Hi, Marshmallow. You're very flat. What are you snooting about? What are you doing? You're just a giant nose. You're just a giant nose, Marshmallow. You rat. Fucking sitting. Just doing rat activities. Got my hunter up so I can catch these fucking crystal implings. This shit right here is what I mean. The rat camp brings me so much joy. I think Marshmallow's got like rat asthma or something. He's always kind of had a heart. He's never breathed super easily. I'm pretty sure he's got like rat asthma and he just always has. Doesn't bother him none though. He still runs around and goes nuts to the rest of the rats. Oh, he's very happy. He's reaching exceptional levels of comfort. He's laying much flatter than it looks like from this camera angle. Because the camera angle kind of makes it look like he's just standing there. But he's like on his elbows. He's pretty flat. He's a pretty flat rat right now. You see how his head's kind of vibrating? Oh, well, it's not anymore because he's growing himself now. And their head's vibrating like that. That's the happiness boggle. That's the cat purr. Their fucking eyeballs just vibrate like crazy. He was very comfy. Alright, Karask, I'm back. Let me out of Slayer jail, please. I wish to leave Slayer jail. Looking, I have a bunch of Discord notifications that don't appear to be important. I think we're Gusto. Vibing. Or without making NPCs act as walls that cannot be pathed around by the AI, pathing and moving around is a required part of the quest. Being a one-tile wide opening is frequently blocked needs to be taken off the design team entirely. Well, the people that came up with about half of the mechanics in RuneScape should never be allowed to touch a video game again. Rat interest. What do you want, Marshmallow? What do you want? What are you after? You hungry? I'm sure there's food in your bowl. We just cleaned your cage this morning. And I fill it up every morning anyway. He's thirsty. He's a thirsty rat. I got 30. I'm curious if you lads have a super. The fact that people are just straight up dropping, like their normal just drop of coins is 2,000 to 3,000, makes me pretty happy. I'm happy to finally be here. On the money end of the Slayer experience. Oh, hello, friend. What gifts does Santa Claus bring for us today? Is it Dragon Axes again? Sheen, this is the 13th time you've shown Dragon Axes to the class. Now the question is he dropping a large grid of something? Or is he making a penis? Let us see when the shit starts to appear, I suppose. We'll learn. Looking pretty penisy to me so far. Oh, it's a penis, a dragon axis? It could be both. Enjoy. Looking pretty penisy. You didn't touch this, right? Mr. Red. Alright, I'm curious. You have my interest. Where's this going? Trying to send us a message. I don't know what it is. He's trying to communicate. He's making contact. I think. What am I looking at? Is he trying to make the state of Oklahoma? Well, this is as valid a theory I've heard as any. Well, there it go. Because, like, there's clearly a pattern here. There's a pattern. I've never felt dumber than I do in this moment. I'm not ready. I'm clearly not ready. Is this their pride flag? Maybe? What's this little corner bracket thing? For the first time I trolled you. Is this somehow lost? If there was one set of pants that dropped on the other axis from all the rest of them, you could absolutely drop loss. Was it all the elf clothes the first time you came in? What was it Trailblazer? God, there has been so many adventures in Will Darko. You've dropped such a great many of things. Oh, the red hat when he lost status. You've dropped me so many things. There's been the dragon axes. There was the adamant warhammers, and I was looking for those. There's been the penis. I think the dragon axes is by far the most hilarious. The billion red hats. I remember the red hats. It's almost like that drop is like the story of Cassandra. The dropped red hat into the elven clothes. It's the narrative arc. We call that character development. Look it up. I need to check a thing. Or an idea I had for a modification. I don't want that shit. Saw a piece of paper on the ground and assumed it was good. Are you a cult? You are. Okay. I'm gonna do a thing. It may or may not work. Should have been a redhead, Addy chain, elfin skirt. The saga of Cassandra summarized at a drop party. Well, this, the good news is this sword is not absolutely atrocious at poking. The sword pokes pretty alright. It gets through the Kurasks decently fast. They're a good task for cash, a good task for plants. Task for plants. You like to see it? Chat, and I'm actually asking because I theorized this, but I'm not sure. What determines the order in which items appear in a stack, and is it GE value? Is it high elk value? I feel like it's definitely just monetary value that sorts them on the floor. But it's weird because the stuff that shows up under bones, it's really annoying. Which makes you wonder if it's high elk. Or GE rather, because some things might have a GE of 0 because they're untradeable. But no, it must be... Or is there just some, like, secret modifier? These do actually have a high elk value. Okay. I never realized you could just directly high out crystal shards. I wonder on a scale of 1 to... America's government at this point. I guess that'd be the 1. On a scale of, like, Albert Einstein to the power of Sir Isaac Newton to the current state of the American government, how stupid it would be to alk crystal shards. Because, like, that's not nothing. It's certainly way less than the realistic value you can get out of a crystal shard. Sure, if you're gonna have a Sunrise, the Saga of Cassandra and drops, there's gotta be silver dust in there. What would it be? I feel like an adamant two-hander needs to be involved too. Or are we going back too far? Addy two-hander. I can't think of a better way. Red elegant blouse. I see why I'm not seeing chat moving. It's because the auth thing apparently broke, so I need to actually look at chat because they're not showing up in here anymore. That's why I'm not seeing anything. Bronze arrow for how long we had the one ranged pure. That could also be an iron arrow though, couldn't it? Rainbow socks. Daddy 2 had the rainbow socks. I feel like the red elegant blouse encapsulates the early Cassandra adventures. I wore that shit for so long. Honestly, probably an embarrassing quantity of time. Didn't do anything, it just looked nice. I liked it. But then I was subsumed by the same void as near everyone else who plays this game. Any attempts at fashionscape or personal identification cast into the wayside of graceful. Like everyone else. Saga of Graceful. Everybody's gonna look exactly the same. Because we're all gonna wear graceful unless we have a reason to be wearing something else. Is what it is. So drop items follow, alpha value sometimes G value, other times I don't know exactly how it works. Okay, so it is, that's what I was asking, because it didn't really seem like it strictly followed one or the other, and I could not fucking figure out what determined the stack order. So you get graceful recolors. Yeah, at least you can paint your the same outfit as everybody else in the entire game, a different color. You can do that if nothing else, and it is really nothing else. Add these to my Toad Flax Seed Empire. So we get, it'll tell us at the end, it'll give us a summary of the XP we got on the task. But I figure we get, it seems like, 20,000-ish Slayer XP on an average task at this point. You attempt to Alchemy Crystal Shard, it won't let you. Way less than I thought, actually. 14k. I have quite a few keys. I think I have like 6 or so keys, so we can touch Konar's chest a few times. I like touching Konar's chest. Makes me happy. Makes me feel good on my inside parts. 7 keys, it turns out. So this, and that, and this. Are the 3 things I actually don't want to alch, and this. I believe I can rebuy all the rest of this pretty easily. Should I need it for some reason in the future. Put on my uniformity gown. Make sure I'm dressed the same as everybody else. Alright, first of all, Konar. What is my next? What a keys on test? We got 2, I think, yeah. Why no heck? Because it looks stupid. The graceful hood looks fucking awful. And I hate it. This is just the worst. Okay, it's turning up. We got uptick. Stonks are increasing. Not a great, not a fantastic series of keys. Hey, good luck, all 4. You got it. Do the thing, win the points. Again, the problem is not the coal. Everything in the game gives you inordinate amounts of coal. Hey, that'll take 5 seconds. Let's go do that. Named under Slayer task. Zygamite tasks are moderately annoying. Fucking monkfish. I don't want this shit, man. Don't recurse me with this. It's even raw. I mean, I guess it's cooking XP. But, like, come on, dude. Nobody needs this shit. Everything in the game gives an octogentillion coal. I need everything else. I need the things that coal is used for. Please. No. Going to Xanderus. I'm lazy as fuck. Pants that don't degrade, thank you. Should really just move those over here. Actually, I should probably just wear these. No, it's not like I'm gonna... I was thinking I could just camp Piety, but it's not really still. Oh, whatever, we'll just... Fuck, I'm too lazy to switch it back again. I need to bring her some cash, I gotta buy some stuff. Give me the Ultra Stabber. These things have like a single fart of health. So I'll just take this and call it a day. Do still need food. This is an opportunity to get some of the garbage out of my inventory. Some of the trash food. Ma'am? I need sterilization equipment. Because I don't keep it afterwards. Because why would I? You know, my cash deck staying fairly stabilized considering I've actually kind of been buying the, what's the new desk? Oh. I forgot the drum and staff, son of a bitch. I could buy the auto squirter. I do get a lot of Zygamite tasks. They're, once upon a time, so rare that I thought they were like a Chaldar exclusive thing. I thought that was her thing as a Slayer Master, was that she had a different list and gave you weird monsters and had a unique setup to everyone else. But I think 3 of my last 5 Konar tasks have been mutated Zygamites. So that's clearly wrong. She heard I was bored of worms, so now it's mushroom people. Could block them, but it seems wasteful because there's such small quantities. You only gotta kill like 15 of them. Might as well just get that shit over with, right? It do be squirting time. We've killed all the worms for now. They breed like fucking rabbits, man. Where are they in here? They're back by the Cosmic Altar, actually. Let me in! Let me in. Let me in, thank you. Did we put mini quests on the wheel? The wheel has alphabet. Holy shit, it's taken unfucking believable. I've never seen another human person here. I wasn't sure how weak he was. Where? Can't believe it's another person. That's one of the wildest things I've ever seen in my life is a second person. Anyway, alphabet on the wheel is we just go down the list. We'll be looking for some more quests to do. For sure. It's just like at the moment, I feel content in my quest progress. I'm happy with what we've accomplished. We've done a lot of questage. What I want now is progress. I want upgrades. I want to be more stronger. I want to be the Bashi. Slap. Hey, you did it! Grandson, your fire cape. Deserved. Why is it so fucking hard to click on this moron? Like, what is wrong with the fucking click box on these assholes? Couldn't possibly be my fault. It was the game who was wrong. Madness. Bashi apparently Sogan frequents Mono streams. Well, that's because Mono knows everybody who has ever done anything noteworthy on Twitch. Whether they are a developer or a streamer or whatever. Probably just because he's the coolest person. But seriously, at this point, I'm just no longer surprised by the fact that Mono literally knows everyone. I don't care this shit. I don't give a fuck. We can win 8 more of these idiots. We can camp it for 8 more, I'm sure. Slap! Less of a slap, more of a tickle. Still, we're back on the tickle train. Slap! We're almost killing them too quickly. Oh no! I'm almost out of raid! I guess these are mushrooms. They're more like... What's that shit? Roundup. Roundup is what I need for these, probably. I don't know if Roundup would work on mushrooms. The Tale of the Quadragoose. It's not one the Jedi Masters would share with you. Tale of some danger. They say it scared many a young adventurer off of bothering to bring a weapon to use special attack at all. It's a tale all must hear. Important one. Done yet? No. Finally got around to watching Arcane after your recommendations on the stream. That show is way good. It... absolutely slaps. Hello. I hope you're not here to drop things. It's gonna be done in about 3 seconds. Shrooming, my brother. Are you okay, Will Darko? That was just plain weird. Word. I got 1200 Slayer XP. Good day, sir. Felt normal good for episode 1 to 2, then episode 3 hit, and I'm fucking hooked. Welcome to the train, brother! Right? You watch it, you're like, it's pretty good. You gotta make it through at least chapter the 1st. Why'd I go this way instead of just talking to Connor while I was right there? You watch 1 and 2 and you're like, this is pretty good. The animation's fucking spectacular, if nothing else. It's pretty alright. And just, whap! Well, I guess I'm watching all of it tonight. Oh, it's good. Get a lot of shorty tasks. I'll do that later. I'm enjoying the Slayer adventures recently. My goal has been to fish up an AFK-able task. So Kurasks would have been great had I not never fought them before. Because the fact that I'd never fought them before kind of removes them as an option. Because we gotta do it on stream first. It's the law. The laws of the world. First go's gotta be on stream. I would like to touch an altar before we leave, so I guess I'll just go to my house. My game group has expressed a desire to leech barb assault. What does that mean? Do one wave the new of the diary task? Well, just go play it. Just go do it. Barb assault's fun. Especially if you got a group Ironman, you literally already have a group, just go do it. Like, I don't get this weird hang up with barbarian assault everyone has. I did it with randoms on the cursed account a bunch. I think I did it exclusively with randoms on the cursed account. Because that was before, like, RuneScape was a stream thing at all. Tried to do barb assault once and it made me gay. And? What's the problem? There's something wrong with that? I'll actually keep both those. Hey, a beginner clue. How's my hunter level looking? I should also grind hunter. The problem is there's fucking... I want to do herbivore. So I have to do something that isn't herbivore. Drift net fishing? Maybe I should just go slap drift net fishing like crazy. Wow, what good bird nests. What solid bird nests. Don't put on enchanted rings in this bitch. Not anymore. Okie dokie, chat. Frescatizo. I don't know. We've actually reached a point where there really is a ton of shit I want to do. I want to get my Slayer up because we're getting to the cool Slayer levels where stuff starts having interesting drops. I'm kind of sad we didn't get anything for that Kuras task. I was really hoping for something neat, even if it wasn't like actually useful. Something neat. Herbs and money, I suppose. I want to do Gauntlet. Because the Gauntlet gear is crazy. I want to still get a bunch of Barrows gear. We're getting to the point where I can try some other bosses. Then we have Prif. We've hit this big goal. There's like, I want a bunch of other quests I want to do. Dragon Slayer 2 is kind of like the predominant one, I think, at the moment. That would be the next big undertaking to do. There's so much stuff I want to do! But, I'm going to end stream here for today. Well, not for today. I'm going to end this stream here for today. I will be on a stream in a couple of hours. This is the 50-50 Tuesday. Now that we're through the Thanksgiving holiday, we're heading back to the Age of Strife with little Frog Boy. 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. I am going to be live on the Bedlam and Discord channel, which let me type. That's probably right. I just typed it freehand. That's probably right. If you have yourself set up for 2 perception pings on the Discord server, you'll get it. I'll retweet it on Twitter. Frog adventures continue. And I gotta get some dinner, chill, hang out, pay attention to the rodents and stuff for a few hours. So I'm gonna hop off for now. Hopefully I'll see you guys there later tonight for some Pathfinder shenanigans. If not tomorrow, I believe is Group Idiot Man. Which means we go to the other spectrum of the stupid RuneScape bullshit. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Goodbye. I have so much leftover taco meat. Oh my god, this is awesome. Thing is, he is straight up sitting on your face. You fucking rodents.